Is Rima ever on time? Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. The answer to that is uh yes? Question mark? Yeah, I changed the music for today. Sometimes I feel like the other song is a little bit too much. Yeah. I mean, ideally one day I'd like to have like a background music made for us. Something that fits my VTuber team, but those are expensive. I got quoted like $600 last time I asked for it. So there's other priorities right now. Use sumo? What's sumo? Yeah, it's a more upbeat music today. What's up, chat? Kick chat, Twitch chat, YouTube chat, X chat. For some reason, X chat, I don't. It's so buggy. I only ever see the messages when I'm offline. I don't know why. Oh, use AI sumo? I feel like the beats are not gonna be good. It's not really that I. Oh my god, there's a fucking fly in my room. I hate that. Hi. Hi. So yeah, I started 1 hour late today. Well, I pushed back the stream to 5 p.m. EST because I received the revision for one of my videos. It's going to go on Patreon soon. There's just like a few things that needs adjusting because there was some parts that had literally like no b-roll yet, so it's like I put the unfinished drafts on Patreon, but not that unfinished. Like it needs to be a little bit more finished, at least to have like a picture in each frame before putting it on Patreon. We should go there soon. It's been a while. Hi Bunny. I feel like it's been a while since I haven't done that kind of video. It feels very much old rimaevenstar videos. I'm very excited about this one. Sometimes, after I've done the research, done the script, recorded it, listened to it like a million times, watching the video again doesn't feel exciting anymore because like I know it so well. Like I've done the entire thing, right? I've been there through through every step of the process. But this one, when I watched it, I was like, yeah, I was like, I love this. I love this. I'm so excited about it. I think I was fair in it, not putting the blame on anybody. It's going to be on Saba. So, yeah, I'm very excited about that. Oh, you use Skeb for the music? Wait, that's a good idea. I could try Skeb. I mean, it would kind of be a gamble, but it would kind of be a gamble, but I don't really mind what I'll get, so it could be worth it. You did a 4 minutes and a half plank? Yeah, that's all. That's totally also what I was doing in my starting soon screen. Wink, wink. Hey, TOD. Hi, Mythic Cass. Hey, Nico. Mm. Musical gamble. Good morning. It's good afternoon here. It's also the National French Canadian Day, so happy Saint Jean Baptiste if there's any French Canadian in chat. Everybody's off today, but I'm here. I was just scouring Twitter and my Discord server for multiple hours. Basically, I have no life. You could do some background music for me. It would be like the sound of horse galloping to some EDM. I love lapless background music. I want something like that. Yesterday, I was like, okay, yesterday, no stream. We went kind of hard on the stream, so I was like, I'm going to rest after Father's Day and I'm gonna catch up on some administrative tasks that have been piling up because I was live all the time, so I didn't have time to do anything. I went to buy like a light sushi or something that I could eat, but then I made a terrible mistake of walking past a fast food chain. And I went in and bought a burger trio with some onion rings, and oh my god, I ate that and I fell into the biggest food coma after. It It was the worst idea ever. I wasted my day. I didn't get as much things done. Like it was good, but I did not realize. I think my body can't handle it because I don't eat stuff like that often. It made me pass out. It made me pass out like almost immediately after. Yeah, I know the calories. I should have just stuck to the sushi. Also, I spent like way too much. I know, dude. I'm gonna have to work out so hard to get rid of those calories. It was good though. It was good. Yep. The food was good, but like I don't feel full after eating those anymore. Oh, Sarah super chat came through. Sarah is in a training session, so she can't join us today, but I appreciate a super chat. Like, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I feel like fast food doesn't fill me up anymore. Like I'm still hungry afterward, but it makes me pass out. I don't know how that can be the case. It just happens. Anyway. Yeah, I feel like I could eat like 2 fast food trio. Like McDonald's doesn't fill me up. Like I could eat 2 of them and still want more. It's crazy. I see all these people reacting to my tweet, my Fillion tweet. Let's talk about Fillion for a bit. Cause there's been this as you guys know.
Whoa. Tell bro. Oh.
As you guys know, Fillion's been missing for a while. Recently on the Shibuya crossing, there's been a billboard advertised there that like starts as a generic ad for like this purple drink. And then Fillion appears and says, "Can you hear me?"
That's a whoa.
Seems to be her silhouette, and then it blue screens. And somebody in the comment section of that tweet pointed out that it blue screens and points to the website fillionislost.com.
Tell bro. Oh.
So it seems like this is part of this intricate like campaign. But seeing some of the comments, it seems like people are just kind of fed up with it. They're like, either come back or not, for fuck's sake. Yeah, she's in the metaverse. She's in the Matrix. The snackers do have the attention spent to follow along the arc. They're very dedicated and they're like very much on the case. Feeling taking a year from college. I mean, streaming. Yeah. So, but it's kind of cool that they're making this big campaign. I don't think anybody's ever done anything like this in the VTubing world. By the time this arc is over, Fillion's firstborn is going to be walking and speaking. I love this. This is funny. Am I late? We just started. We're talking about Fillion. As much as I love watching Fillion, she's got to cut this shit out soon. This isn't an arc at all, just occasional advertising. There's almost nothing where the audience actually has to do something to progress. Either come back or get actual help with planning, like, please. I mean, it seems like there was a lot of planning involved. Do I dare look at the quotes? Rima, the GeoGuessr Pro, point on the map where this is. Nuh-uh, I'm not falling for it. Oh, this tweet got a lot of traction. Did Fillion overestimate her influence on the VTubing world? This one, second most popular, we read it. She could just announce when she's debuting. This arc stuff has been going on for long enough. Officially, Fillion will debut as a can of soda. Rock solid with, not gonna lie, she is dragging the arc stuff a bit now. Hopefully it's for a good reason. TBH, the last time there was this much done, it was Kizuna Ai. And people got bored when it was like 6 months from her arc to when she actually came back. It's now also been 6 months since Villian's been gone. This is the first time somebody's mirrored it to the Kizuna Ai stuff. I didn't think of that. Arg? Oh, sorry, I'm supposed to pronounce it ARG. Stop gaslighting me, gosh. All this just to come back and flash reviewers of a new model. And there's not a lot of positive tweets in there, although I guess negative tweets usually gain more traction. There's also VTuber historian Nuzagi here, giving more information. On the fill-in wall, once the timer hits 0, everything here is shown on one of Shibuya's biggest billboard. Apparently, for a 1-week campaign on rotating ads of 15 to 30 seconds, any one of those billboards can cost from $5,100 to $10,000. Bro is going all out on this rebrand, Jesus Christ. So, that is a lot of money. How much did she spend on this ARG so far? I don't know, but there's been like I don't know. There's also been this other guy that does street interviews that had like a Philly in his lost shirt. You know the guy that's like annoying that does street interviews, shorts, that like it tries to corner people into looking ridiculous. Tokyo Sims? Let me try to find it. Yeah, there you go.
Alright, we got a free t-shirt. Fillion is lost. Who's Fillion? I don't... Guys, if I die, it's Fillion's fault. Fillion's a VTuber? Oh shit, what? I interviewed her once. I'll rep some Fillion. Should make me look pretty. What's this?
I didn't know he interviewed her. No, it's not Chris Abroad. That'd be actually goated. That doesn't really narrow it down, Rima. Yeah, true. True. Do you have any idea? The guy at a street interview that's annoying, do you have any idea how much this narrows it down? That is a very broad question these days. So yeah, when will Fillion come back? Who knows? What will she come back with? I don't know. I hope it's more than just a model debut, because people have already figured out that it's going to be a new model debut. But that probably won't be enough for the surprise factor to like shock people. So it needs to be like, it better be like a very big production. There's also like this other big discussion blowing up besides the Towa stuff. We'll get to the Towa stuff in a bit. I kept seeing this post on my feed, and I was like, who the fuck care about this other VTuber that's graduating, like this Omega Who random? Honestly, there's just so many that give up. Like, I can't be bothered to care. But apparently, I hadn't read the statement. And reading the statement, I see why this is getting traction. People are pissed because of what she says in it. It's actually so crazy. Yeah, it even got community noted. So look what she says. Official report from Momo, my dearest little angels. I began my VTubing activities in March 2025 as an indie group. My friends, it was going well, but there's been many issues within the group, which ultimately led to its dissolution in February of 2026. After the disband, I decided to uh, cling to my old VTuber identity because I did not want to let go of the beautiful memories I had made. Despite everything, I tried my best and clung on to it. Then at the start of the month, I had enough. I decided to delete everything and rebrand. That meant no model, no assets, nobody to support me. I was by myself. I watched some tutorials on how to grow as a VTuber, what it meant to be solo, and how to take care of everything by yourself. At first, I thought I was doing well, posting my terrible art and getting 100 views. I was so happy that so many people finally saw me as an individual. I prepared for my debut, then got scammed and scammed a little more. But I still believed I could do it. However, some of the videos I watched completely wrecked my view on the VTubing world. Many videos I watched claimed that professional VTubing was a quick money scheme. This is the line people got upset about, and that I could get everything for free if I was cute enough. Like, oh, brother. So I committed to the bit and made myself appear cute, soft, angelic, and blindly followed what they told me because I thought it was the right thing. Why would you ever? What is this? That is not how it works. Eventually, I got sick of it. Ever since our disband, I didn't want to be a VTuber anymore, but I thought I could find people just like them. As you already know, I couldn't, so I gave up. This is the most entitled graduation statement I've ever read. I did not expect it to reach people I never heard of me before that told me that VTubing wasn't just about the money, but really about the experience itself. Yeah, these people were right. About making friends, having fun, streaming to a community that loves you, and I never realized that until now. This isn't really me coming back. I still plan on leaving this account as it is, as a memorial. I don't expect every single person who saw my graduation post to see it either. I just want the people who were with me until the end to know that I made a mistake and that they shouldn't do what I did. This will be my last post. And then she got community noted saying that the account has never posted links to streaming platform or announcements from stream debuts. So she actually never had a model. Literally no personal accountability. People are reading this post like this. Hello, worker bees. I'll be terminating my VTuber activities effective today because I don't see a point in continuing if I'm not handed thousands of dollars just for existing. I went into the space with the sole intent of squeezing as much cash out of people as possible. And because I'm entitled, I'm gonna guilt trip all of you despite producing no content and being a V-tweeter with no social media. Oh, Lord. Other people are clowning on it too. Oh, I think this was actually... No, I don't think it was an engagement post. I think it was... unironically, she was writing that. Like, she was dead serious about it. I don't know which videos did she watch? Did she watch some VTuber aunties videos? I'm very passionate about this and really want this to be a cautionary tale for any other new VTuber who have the same mentality as this. Viewers are not your wallets. VTubing is not an easy cash grab, and you want to VTube because you think it is, don't. A thread. I initially thought this was just a VTuber who basically couldn't sustain herself. She never debuted. Yeah, she never debuted. People even went back and found some tweets of her. They're so hilarious. Viewers and community members are generous and give back to their streamer who they love and want to support out of the kindness of their heart. You're never entitled to that simply because you start VTubing and act cute enough. They give back to the streamer because their streamer works hard to provide them with content and entertainment. VTubing is a passion for fun, not to make money of all people. Any VTuber will tell you it's not lucrative. All full-time VTubers have worked hard. Honestly, VTubers have more overhead than other streamers too. Other streamers, you only need a webcam. That costs like $150. That's it. I really don't think VTubing is as much as a cash grab as people think, or as much as a you become a VTuber, you're immediately going to get views kind of deal that it was like during COVID. That applies to all streaming too. Like the bubble is kind of past. It's kind of like if you're getting into like the crypto trend after it's starting to fall off, you know, like everybody already knows about crypto. So now you're not ahead of the curve anymore. You're just like kind of jumping in on the trend after it's settled. You're not gonna strike gold. This tweet is hilarious. I need money quickly. I'll do a post later on to explain, but I need a VTuber model urgently. I have a debut coming up and I won't have my model. I can't afford to reschedule. What do you mean you can't afford to reschedule? Can we start with what you can't afford? Like, what is this? What is this e-bagging? This is next level e-bagging. Oh, she tweeted that 2 hours ago. How am I even supposed to defend myself anymore? I feel sad knowing I probably won't see any nice message for the next month at least. Is it too much to act to just be left alone to think a bit? Hopefully I won't have to respond to new allegations. You can grab a cheap model from Booth. But why would if you don't have a model, why would you go on with your debut? Also, why would you do an official debut as like a no-name VTuber? That doesn't make any sense. This is more tweets from her. Girl, quit making up lies. We've seen what you want the money for. The VTuber model you want but can't afford. Oh my god, that's it. I'm rebranding. I need money quickly. I'll do a post later. But I need a VTuber model urgently. I have a debut coming and I won't have my model. I can't afford to reschedule. I'm hungry for a VTuber model I cannot afford and I need one if I want to join a VTuber group I've been eyeing. Sigh. These people have no concept of what it is to run a decent business. This one. How can I grow as a pre-debut VTuber? I don't even have a VTuber model yet. Do good tweets. Do engagement tweet. You don't need a model to do good to like grow your Twitter platform. The begging is crazy. This is literally DSP behavior. Oh, I saw a DSP tweet today. I didn't think about saving it. DSP is actually my favorite lolcow though. He brings a smile to my face every time I see him on my timeline. I can't even explain it. Like, you know what? Maybe that's why people watch him. Maybe the other people in his chat are like, that guy makes me smile. He doesn't know it. Like, he's not trying to make you smile, but he does. It was something like, DSP is now charging viewers $100 to $200 to open Pokemon cards packs. He's keeping the packs too. He will outlive us all, that's true. He's been streaming for like 20 years. Wait, for real? Or it's been 10 years? Did you know it's been 10 years since he got off on stream? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of these people.
How did my whole speech about...
Remember these OG clips?
How did my whole speech about how I need subs to get the stream going if you like the content, blah, 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 how that results in 0 subs? There are regulars here. $5 a month. How do you have hours of time to watch me and not $5? I don't know. What are you doing with your life where you have hours of time to watch Twitch and not $5 to provide for the content that you're watching? Because it's like people just really really don't respect me as a content creator.
Well, there's parasites right.
This is not... She's not LARPing, by the way. She's not a VTuber doing this kind of you know, brat persona. $5. If you're a broke boy, just say so. Or remember that clip?
It doesn't really matter.
Invader Vi. That one is more iconic because she goes off a little more. Like, I respect that one more. Wait, was it the one I'm talking about? No, sorry. She has two clips. This person had two clips that went viral, and I'm thinking about the other one where she like looks crazy. I think the first clip I show you guys, that streamer got banned.
It doesn't really matter how much money you make or how much money you have. That's really the thing, because I'm not asking you for a large financial contribution. If it cost $20 to sub, $20 is quite a bit of money. $20 is, you can get a full meal for $20. And the difference of $20 and eating a meal is in that $20. Like, that's where it is. But a sub is $5. At maximum, in whatever your currency is, it's maybe $10. And it doesn't matter how broke you are. If you have time to watch Twitch, you have $10, truly. If you don't have $10, you probably don't have time to watch Twitch because you should be working. You should be trying to earn money. It's not a ton. It's not like a ton of money. So being like, I'm broke, I can't afford to sub, that doesn't really track. What you mean to say is, I'm so irresponsible with my money, I can't support the entertainment that I enjoy.
That's crazy. Okay, stop begging. All right, Mr. Mimetic, thank you. So, Pokemon pack opening stream win? Dude. I'm pretty sure all of these clips were like during COVID too. And during COVID, I watched a lot of Twitch streams. I'm telling you right now, I did not have time. I could not afford a $5 sub back then. I could not. She's insulting. Oh, you found the DSP clip? Oh, yes, this one.
These are premium packs. What do I mean by that? I mean, these are from old sets, Scarlet and Violet, that these cards...
Yeah, if you're a broke VTuber, just say so. Thank you. Thank you, Hiromichi Mori. 6667.
are worth a lot of money. Each one of these packs, no exaggeration, is worth $15 to $20 each.
He probably had those gifted or sponsored, by the way. There's no way he paid for these.
Okay? If you get a hit in one of these packs, you can get thousands of dollars. No kidding. Both of these sets have cards that are hundreds to thousands of dollars. There's an Umbreon in this one that's worth over $1,000. And I think there's cards in this one worth between 500 and 1,000. Okay? So these are absolutely premium sets. All right? But there's only 6 packs in each box. So basically, these are only for special occasions. Like when? Well, if someone does a $100 contribution, we'll open a pack. Or if we're on a stream and we hit $250 of support, we'll open one of these packs. But that's the only times we're doing it. I'm not going to be doing tons of these packs unless you have an insanely supported stream. I'm not.
Wait, how does it work? He bought these packs for $15, but they contain at least $1,000 card? There's no way, right? Or did I mishear him?
Because I don't want to blow through these quickly. I want to have these be a slow burn kind of a deal as like a special rarity reward. Okay? It should be fun. And that is in effect as of right now. Okay? So that could happen tonight with Mina the Hollower stream.
It's so funny because it's like, these cards are really expensive, right? They could contain $1,000 card, but he's keeping the profit from it. But you're paying him for some, like he's, at first he makes it sound like the viewer who donated could maybe earn the money. I love him. He's too funny. He's not trying to be funny though. That's the problem. He's not trying to be, he just is, because we're laughing at him. Oh, they contain a chance to have a big card. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, man, about these. I don't want to get into collecting TCG cards because I know I'm gonna get addicted. Yeah, you have to pay him to gacha for himself. That's crazy. He characterized giving $250 to watch him open a pack as a reward. Anyone dumb enough to pay this guy anything for anything needs to seek help. No, I think people do donate to him though. No, do not tempt me with the One Piece TCG, bro. I will literally get into it. I was tempted by this One Piece TCG so many times. I love trading cards TCGs. Like, the art is so good, and Trafalgar Law is so sexy. No, they donate to him so they can entertain themselves, because he does stupid things for donations. Ooh, Uma Musume TCG, that will go hard if they ever do one. Do they have one? Oh yeah. What's this? A VTuber sharing their anxieties. This is Tomoe saying, I'm a pretty anxious person. Like, I'll make a small mistake and feel like all my fans will hate me for it, / never let me live it down, when in reality, they might not see it as a huge deal and I'm just overthinking things. I'm sorry for all my stupid mistakes, I really do care. Stupid fucking mistakes. And then Chio Chompy QRT Dad saying, I relate to this so much. It's so hard to brush off mistakes and not let them eat at you. Especially when your career is online and the internet doesn't like to forgive and let you adjust for the better. They want to hold on forever to that time you got a bit too emotional, or you tried to match someone else's energy but failed, and things got awkward, or you were extremely stressed and worded something poorly. Even when this mistake is small and probably nobody cares at all, it's scary when it happens in front of so many people, including eyes from the future that haven't found me yet. It's hard not to think about all of that, but all I can do is keep marching and try to be the best Chio I can be. In the meantime, thanks for being patient with me. And Tomoe is super sweet. Pippa responded to this. Everything will be held against you, but eventually, the continued exposure will teach you what truly matters to you and what doesn't. In a positive sense. Chio Chompy responds saying, yes, spending all day caring about the little things sound like a good way to drive yourself insane. Makes me wonder how I'll feel about everything 2 years or whatever from now. I hope I'll be strong enough to shut out all the negative voice. You honestly worded it so well. It's super difficult sometimes to let's both keep doing our best. I think this is an interesting discussion. I mean, Pippa's right. Everything will be held against you, like, for eternity by some people, by certain groups, but it really does teaches you to be really strong and to be independent of what other people think about you. Because every day that you go online, you're fighting against this very anxiety that affects most people, unless you're like somebody that's very detached or does not give a fuck about what other people think of you. I'd say that most girls do. And it's very easy to be influenced by public opinion. But I think that true strength of character is finding out who you really are throughout all of the noise, and, cut the noise to find what's your essence and what you stand for, and pursue your principles and your values regardless of how people react to it. The problem is that people often think that it needs to be detached of people reacting to it negatively. But the second level to that is to be detached whether people react to it positively or negatively. So you're never trained to do things to please other people. And it's very difficult to do. I think it's something you have to like actively think about and force yourself to be. But I think we see it a lot recently, or even like creators that get a lot of backlash, for example, and they'll become like completely brain broken and hardened and double down and just like take it as proof that they get backlash for a take, but they take it as proof that they were right, they were correct, or that the world is awful. They become bitter, they become negative. But that is not true strength of character. I think if you actually become brain broken, like at the slightest pushback, that means there was something in you that either already believed these things and you were just waiting for an excuse to do it, or you're actually just have like a weakness of character. Like that's not true strength. That is not true strength. I don't think it is. True strength is thinking about the little you. Like, for example, little Rima, when she was young, what did she want? Who did she want to become? And try to follow that path. There was a time where I used to also be really affected by what people think about me. Now I'm just realizing that, you know, people will spun lie that sometimes like come out of absolutely nowhere. It's like you know, that Reddit person that was like Rima is an evangelistical Christian fundie, and people were like, really? And they were like, oh yeah, without a doubt, it's very well known. Like they were talking so confidently. Like they make the craziest stuff up. And if you look at any large creator, they'll have people making these assumptions about them. And you're not gonna like walk around trying to seek these people out and try to sit them down and be like, oh no, but really I'm not like that, I'm a good person, and you know, try to justify yourself. It's one, it's not worth it. Two, you can't please everybody. And three, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what people think of you. Yeah. Oh yeah, it was born again Christian funding. Source, trust me, bro. The Reddit motto. Yeah. What's a deontological strength? That's a big word. People will believe for having different opinions. I mean, I guess public opinion does matter to a certain extent when you're a content creator, but you have to think whether or not which public it is. If it's your community, that matters. But if it's people outside of your community, that probably matters less. Yeah, no matter how nice you try to be, no matter how perfect you try to be, there will always be haters. Like you can look up at little cute pet videos online and there's gonna be hate comments on it. There is trans creators that get hated by other trans people online. Like you know, like there's literally there's haters everywhere in every group. True, it kind of matters, but even creators who got canceled are still doing well for the most part, so it kind of doesn't matter. Yeah, yeah, you're right. That's another discussion. Thinking only for oneself can be a dangerous road, for it can lead to Satan path. For me, it's not that I'm thinking only for myself, but I'm thinking of how my father raised me. And like I'm thinking of all like the positive role models that I've encountered in my life, and I'm thinking how they would want me to act in that moment. Like my father, who was called to settle disputes in the village where he grew up, how he raised me, my uncle, who was a positive influence and a positive change on everybody he's met, like everybody he's met ever. Just remember this guy because he was so fucking amazing. how he would want me to act. So it's not being like, I only care about myself. I'm not, what's the word in English for reconnaissance? I'm not grateful for other people. It's trying to be the best version of yourself according to your values and principles, I think. True, Kei Urana got chased off Twitter because of people that headcanon their own crap rather than accept Gachiakura as it was, yeah. I got called transphobic for preferring to use gender and they them pronouns interchangeably for genderless gods in a game I play. I got harassed and attacked for simply having a personal preference. It has been such a loaded topic of discussion. This pronoun thing is I mean, I'm kind of stepping on a landmine here talking about this, but it's crazy because we were the most open generation, like the most open-minded generation, and yet there's people online that still want to police us. Listen, I still think these people are like, I just hope that you know that the discussions about pronouns online and the LGBTQ or whatever people that use pronouns IRL is like so fucking different. Because I have never in my life met a person IRL who's corrected me or has tried to make me call them by this or that pronoun. And I've met a lot of like LGBTQ whatever people. Like a lot. I meet a lot of people. I've met a lot of people in my life, period. I met a lot of people from, you know, the gay community, even a lot of trans people. And that has never been a discussion. Like, I literally just think it's become a thing that's online. And the problem nowadays is that online also seeps out into IRL. Towa, we haven't spoken about her yet. Kind of going off tangent a bit. Exactly, the gender police, there's a bunch of weirdos on Twitter. No one in real life would care. But that's also another thing. It's like, yeah, don't become bitter because of a bad, like, becoming bitter because of bad experiences is also bad. You have to be able to objectively see every experience you've got and realize whether the other person was being unreasonable or whether there is a fault that lies within you. And I'm not saying that about your own experience, I'm just talking in general. Like, there are some times where I've gotten backlash, and after looking at them, I was like, yeah, I mean, some of the criticism was valid. Like, yeah, sure, some of the stuff I didn't word this properly. And I'm like, okay, you know, I won't make a big deal about it, but I was more careful moving forward. I was like, oh, I would adjust that in the future, or, you know, like, some people being upset. For example, one problem was that some of the videos on my highlight channel were coming too late and new information had come out by that time. And people didn't like that. They were like, why are you releasing this so late? There's been new information. This is outdated. So I was like, you know, that's fair. That's fair. Instead of getting defensive, I was like, okay, we're going to switch things up. And that's why sometimes now there's just gaps where there's no videos on the highlight channel. And then there's gaps where like we're releasing like 3 videos a day because I know that if I release a video later, it's not even fucking worth it. I know, it's so stupid about the fictional character who cares what you call them? They're not real. They aren't real. I personally tried to follow Montaigne's thought process. What, dude, Montaigne? I haven't read that since like high school. What was his thought process? I can't remember at all. I do have his book in my library. I want to reread some of my old books. I only know 2 people IRL that are part of that group, and they hate the online people. Well, yeah, of course, because the online people have gave them such a bad image. Thank you, Kimchi. You cannot know anything fully. Well, that is true. You cannot know anything fully. Rima, please don't call fictional characters not real. They prefer alternate existence. Okay. I'll tell that to my Levi Ackerman body pillow later. The real to me, said a non-user. Yeah. Any book recommendation? I don't think you guys will like what I'm reading right now. I'm reading Jane Austen. It's pretty girly. Sometimes I think that Jane Austen was like the 18th century fanfic author, because it kind of reads like that, but with nice words. Oh, I mean, I like Dostoevsky. I read like notes from the underworld lately. Half of his book is just the dude is ranting at you, the reader. Like he's like ranting at an audience. So basically, it's a Rima stream, by the way. It's basically a Rima stream. Half of the book is literally just him ranting about why he's an asshole, and he knows he's an asshole, but he can't help it. He's like legitimately unhinged. And then the last like 100 pages of the book is like a story. And then at the very end, he's like, yeah, but there's more for me to tell, and I might continue on. And then there's like the author notes that said we decided to cut the novel here before he started ranting again. It's like kind of humorous for like the 18th century. Oh, you read that a month ago? I thought it was so creative. Like I've never read a book where the character is just like he's constantly like breaking the fourth wall and fighting with the reader. He's like, "Well, I know you must think that about me right now, but and you might be right." And he's just like he's always like kind of yelling at you. It's great. I love getting yelled at. You finished that a week ago? Yeah. It was very original. But you know that tweet I made about Blue Lock? It kind of reminded me of that. Because a lot of people that read Notes of the Underworld, they forget. There's this. I watched this video where this writer was telling a story about her writing class, and basically how one of the students, after they read that book, they were like, "Well, no one ever thinks that way. That's impossible. There's not a single person in the world that thinks that way." But that's the beauty of books, is that they get you to experience somebody else's mindset without being that person, which is why the people that conflate what fictional characters say and do to it being an endorsement from the author, they make it so every book that's going to be released from now on is going to be narrower and narrower. If you cannot differentiate what the author wants to say from their fictional character, then every single book you will read will just be like a mirror of you and your own mind. Like that's just self-insert. Who cares about that? I want to experience how old people think, how young people think, how people different than me think. The male equivalent of Jane Austen is Dickens. I want to read some Dickens. I haven't read any. So it's just I'm not gonna change that. He I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like that, yeah, but the way it's written is like nice because it's nice prose. But also the character just goes like in unhinged, like he makes up unhinged scenarios in his own head. Literally, like he will build a narrative on like breadcrumbs, so it's actually so fucking funny. And he like, he's like yelling and shit the whole time. It's very good. It's good. It's only like 200 pages long, so it's a worth you read. Yeah, he's the original 4chaner. I don't know why there's so many mentally challenged individuals out there. I don't know if we're more connected to them now because of the internet or they've always been there. Yeah, guy sounds like a normal Twitter user. True, true. Like grandpa with dementia, kind of. Thank you for the jester hat. I was talking about Towa before I get lost in another tangent again. So on June 21, there was this post that was posted on her Twitter account on behalf of her manager. And Towa said, this is, well, not Towa, her manager wrote, "This is Tokoyami Towa, but due to ongoing poor health since this morning, after discussion, we have decided to withdraw from today's VTuber Seikyo Kataisen Day 2. We deeply apologize for the significant inconvenience and concern discussed to all team members, tournament staff, and the many fans who have been supporting us. She's currently focused on recovery and rest. We would greatly appreciate your continued support for the team members in the tournament." So, I mean, it did raise some alarm bells, but I didn't think there'd be more than that. But today there's been another announcement. So 2 days later, after that initial post saying, "Thank you for your continued support. This is Tokoyami Towa. First and foremost, I'm truly sorry for causing you all worry. On the morning of June 21st, I suddenly experienced intense vertigo and dizziness, to the point where I could no longer stand or walk on my own, so I was rushed to the hospital by ambulance and received treatment. Shirakami Fubuki came with me to the hospital, and afterward my manager was also contacted, handled everything, and rushed over. I'm truly grateful for that." Like, thank God for the manager also going to the hospital, because what work do we have where like our bosses or manager would like come to the hospital with us? Thank God. After that, I included a second opinion. I underwent examination, and the diagnosis at this point is that I may have Meniere's disease. The doctor instructed me to rest for the entire month, and after consulting with the company, we've decided that I'll be taking a break from activities this month. For next month and beyond, we'll make decision based on how my condition progress and the results of further checkups. Additionally, regarding VMAS 6, I unfortunately had to withdraw on the day of the event, and I caused a tremendous trouble for the organizer, Shibuya Halsen, all the team members, and everyone who was cheering me on, and all the related parties, and I'm truly deeply sorry. I really wanted to participate until the very end, but in my condition at the time, I wasn't in any state to take part in the matches. Right now, thanks to the medication, I've recovered to the point where I can walk on my own. I still have some lingering vertigo and unsteadiness when I move my head, but I'm gradually starting to move my body more and improve. There's no danger to my life, so please don't worry about that. For now, I'll focus on resting properly and dedicating myself to treatment, and I'll do my best to come back in good health. Thank you so much for all the warm messages and your kind concern. Once again, I'm terribly sorry for causing you worry and trouble. We really hope she gets well soon, and On a side note, what a crazy way for me to learn that Meniere disease is not like a fictional illness made for fan fictions. What? I literally only ever heard about this from reading fanfics. And now I'm discovering that it's a real thing. What the nani? This is my new catchphrase, by the way. Please try to make it please try to make it a thing. Wait, what do you mean means time is ticking? Wait, but she said that there's no danger to her health. Rima's Fujo knowledge, yeah. It's supposed to vary in severity? But it's essentially a problem with the inner ear canal. Wait. There's no cure for it. Only treatment? I know there's a clip of Kanata and Noel because Noel also has Meniere disease. I haven't seen it yet. We could watch it. Maybe it'll give us some info on the disease.
でこれめっちゃうまいぞみんな。やめちゃうんだよね歌。そうなんですよ。そうなんですよじゃないよ。やめろ。やめろやめろほんまにそうなんですよだらない。いやなんか切ないよ。こんな才能があるのにさ。やっぱりちょっと耳の調子がすごく悪くなってデビューしてから。重い話でもごもごもご。いやでも。団長もごもごしてるからフォローに入って。団長今ねせめぎ合ってる本当にかなたんとね喋るとおもろいけどさでもやっぱ自分はねそのやっぱリスナーの気持ちもあるわけだからそのかなたんの歌大好きだからさいや聞けなくなる。
Wait, are you for real? Wearing headphones 24/7 might be a factor. Is that true? Luja, I'm deaf from my left ear and I'm very sorry for my right one. From listening to music? Meniere disease is a chronic inner ear disorder that triggers severe dizziness, ringing in the ears, and fluctuation, hearing loss, and a feeling of fullness in the ear. That's terrible! It's possible to stop! I always listen to high volume! Stop! Don't say that. Like, I literally get there's a setting on your iPhone that you can turn on that will warn you when you listen to high volume on your music, and I like press ignore every time it pops up. I'm like, yeah, don't care, I'm into it.
のが寂しいなっていうさ、思いがありがとう。めっちゃ嬉しいよ。なんか上手になったんですよね、デビューした。僕耳がね、ちょっと片側聞こえないんですけど、なんかそれはデビュー前かな。で、なんかどんどん悪くなって。だって覚えてるもん、なんか、ASMR の時さ、ASMR 講座の時思い出したね。かなたん専用の片方だけのヘッドホンみたいなの持ってきて、ああいうのがあるんだと思って。僕も調べたらね、あってなんていうのか右側からだけ音が聞こえるとかそういう音源とかってすごいあるんだけど、なんかそれがやっぱ片側だけ聞こえないっていうことになっちゃうから、それ全部まとめてモノラルで聞けるものが欲しかったみたいな感じで、なんかそれを見た時に団長はね、かなた片耳ね、頑張ってる、ありがとう。そうでも全然そんなことを感じさせないね。 ASMR だし歌だし、本当にそれはかなたの努力だよね。いやそれは良かったね。やっぱなんか事実としてあるから、全然その隠すとかもないし絶対バレるので、あれなんですけど、全然それはいいんだけど、なんかね。
Yeah, and I don't think there's anything to be ashamed of. With better noise cancellation, it might block out other noise and letting better quality concentrated notes be louder than measure. I don't know, but at least I've recently switched from like having earbuds through the Raycons, which I'm sponsored by. Use my link CLOP for 15% off. No. And the Raycons that I have, they go over your ears. They go like, they lap around and they hook on to your ear and they go like over, but not over the hole in your ear. They like go over the part that connects to your face kind of. And actually you hear pretty well. I've never had earbuds like that before, but they're great. And I don't fall off my ears. It's actually way better for jogging. Skip ads. Wait, it does? Oh, man. Okay, I know I gotta lower the sound.
やっぱ聞いてる時にさ、変なマイナスな感じでさ、それがさ出てきたらね嫌だなって思ってさ。確かに。そうなんかなのに頑張ってるんだ。俺も頑張ろうだったら嬉しいしみたいな。い
やなんかね団長はさちなみに団長も、今は、だいぶ寛解してるし、あとなんならそう学生時代に
People warned Kanata about the headphone thing, but she was only half listening. You're actually the worst. You're a jokester, aren't you? Were you the class clown in school and stuff?
でもすぐ病院に行って、なんかその視力じゃない聴力にはそんなにね影響なかったんだけど、そうメニエール病なんよ団長も。
その話さ、それこそ、なんかお家が近い時にしたじゃん。でなんかそうなのと思って。団長なんかなんだっけ、なんか忘れたけど、字か。字がじゃねえんだよ。なんか字とかがあったじゃん。なんかさもう団長いろいろ大変や。
What are they talking about hemorrhoids?
そう。かなたんは重症っていうか片耳さ。
そうですね。
そうっていうのは。だから本当にすごいな、そのくっそまずいさ
イソバイドね。イソバイド。
医者からオレンジジュース割っていいよって言
われた。
そうじゃないと飲めないね。
僕あれチューっていきますよ。なんかあれ苦いだけなんだよ。チューって言ってメニエー大変だよね。
Meniere is no joke. I hope there's at least I know it's not curable, but at least there's something to alleviate her symptoms. I hope. I feel like we're making such a big medical breakthrough that there must be some kind of solution. I mean, I can't believe that there isn't. I just hope Towa feels better. And I mean, she's been streaming for so long that I personally don't mind if she takes like a few months break to get better. I think health is important. We kind of take it for granted. Hey, at least she's a VTuber, and like it could be worse. She could be like a job that requires her to be like in construction or working all the time. Internet says it's very treatable. Okay. I mean, the balance thing is the scariest, that you get vertigo and stuff. Does Reddit say something else? Failed to get data from Reddit. Why do I get this error message all the time when I go to... Hopefully Towa can recover well, and massive W to Fubuki and her manager for helping out. True. Hope that it's something that is treatable and able to give her a full recovery. If it's Meniere, as far as I know, sadly no, it's the same condition that Kanata got. Edit, as the comment below, it should be treatable but not curable. So it's treatable, not curable. It's caused by an overaccumulation of fluid in the inner ear, which causes the vertigo and balance issues, tinnitus, and hearing loss in some cases. So medication like diuretics can help reduce the fluid, as can some surgical interventions that help with drainage, and various medication can help alleviate the vertigo symptoms. Additionally, systemic inflammation and autoimmune flare can exacerbate the condition. So reducing those with lifestyle changes can help. Similarly, allergies are a common trigger, so antihistamines may help. But all of these depend on the specific person. Some treatment may be ineffective for some people. They simply don't need much in the way of treatment at all because they have relatively minor symptoms. There's no major consensus on it. Same shitty disease. Kanata got double bad luck because it affected both of her ears. Usually it only affects one. Now it's gone to both of her ears? In the video, she only talks about one ear. That was only 6 months ago. I wonder if the Redditor has the wrong info or it's us that have the wrong info. My dad is like deaf from one ear because he was a soldier, and I think like the loud shots that flew like next to his ears sometimes made him like deaf in one ear, so I always have to yell at him for him to like for him to hear me. It's actually pretty annoying, but I sometimes feel like I'm gonna end up like him because I listen to music way too loud. Have you guys heard about the Whole Life concert? It's also been sparking a bunch of discussion. There's like two overlapping discussion. One, like the first is that people are doom posting about Serendipity, which is the Whole Live English 4th concert. That's their website. And it's programmed to be scheduled for July 3rd and July 4th at the Shrine Auditorium in LA. So there's some people that were doom posting on the concert because they said that the seats did not sell well. And overlapping this, there's also been a members only talk that Mori Calliope did on her live stream that's been making the rounds on the internet that people are discussing, where Mori Calliope did not seem hopeful about the future of Whole Life concerts. So we can take a look at that. I don't know which side to start with. Maybe the Mori Calliope stuff. Yeah, so I mean I can't play the clip, but I did watch it. Mori talk about how Serendipity might be the last full EN concert if things don't sell well. So I honestly I felt like she was just talking about speculations, really. Like it wasn't really as doom posty as like 4chan made it sound. I think she was kind of saying things like, look at my notes. Like she's kind of like saying things like, yeah, I really hope we get a 5th one. I don't want to make assumptions, but I'm scared, guys, that the writing's on the wall and this might be the last one. And she's like, I really want to be wrong about it, but she thinks instead they might switch to like world tour concerts where they choose maybe just top VTubers to go. And what I deduced from it personally, it was more that like the economic situation is bad, like all around, not just in whole life, but everywhere, and everybody is making cuts. Everybody's got to make smarter decision if they want to keep the business afloat. And yeah, concerts are lucky to even break even, and then sending all the talents into concerts She could also be saying that for a myriad of reasons. We don't know if she got told something specific or if she's just deducing that because, stars aren't getting any support or anything else that's happening behind the scene. It does. I don't know if that's a common thing to have concerts on July 4th. I mean, I know people go to concerts on July 4th. Like here, for example, for French Canada Day, today there's probably going to be concerts everywhere. But I just don't know if the people that celebrate July 4th are also VTuber fans. You know what I mean? I know we can talk about this specific concert too. There seems to be like a couple issues with it. It's Independence Day in the USA. You mean on July 4th? Like July 4th is like the big fireworks and stuff. Like that Katy Perry song. It's not only July 4th, but a huge milestone in the US. It's 250 years. Oh, a 250 years anniversary. And Doki Bird also has a concert on July 4th. Like that, it's a very busy day. So this is the tweet that started the serendipity discussion. This person is going to the concert. It's not like they're an anti or anything. Remember when I said it was really dumb to have EN4 in LA on July 4th weekend during the World Cup? And I got a lot of event planning experts saying I was wrong. Yeah, I'm still standing by my fire that project manager opinion. True, the World Cup is still ongoing, and the World Cup is pretty hype. We'll talk about the World Cup right after. This person is showing these graphs, and the blue is supposed to be the unsold seats, right? However, that first image was quite misleading because it makes it feel like all of these are totally unsold. But that's not true because zoomed in, it's the blue dots are the ones that are unsold. So it's not all of these sections. In the image we have in our Discord server, it's like there's even more sold than this. Like, see this bit? That's the bottom part. It seems like there's a lot more sold seats. Same with this one. That's a lot more sold seats than the picture she posted on Twitter. Now the top part is a little bit, there's a lot more free seats there. But also there's the streaming tickets. Like you can watch the show online for a cheaper price, 6,500 yen. That's like what, $65 Canadian, maybe a little less. And for those people that can't catch it on July 4th or that have jobs and they want to be able to watch it whenever they can or even rewatch it, this might be worth it. Or if you're not in the States, I mean, if you're in North America but not in the States, you still have to travel there, book tickets and book hotels. It's a lot. Yeah, it's much cheaper than physically going. Physically going, the tickets are quite pricey. Like, I mean, we can. It's just gonna look nicer if I go from here, actually. The venue ticket is 225 USD for the orchestra and loge, and then middle orchestra and front balcony 175, side orchestra and balcony 150. It's pricey. It's a significant jump from their previous concerts. Like All for One. Wait, I do have a screenshot of All for One, I think. Yeah, that's All for One, I think. Front orchestra, front first mezzanine, $160. Middle orchestra, side first mezzanine, $150. I can't remember how much I paid for last year's concert, but I think that these are at least $50 higher. Yeah. I mean, the first, like the orchestra and loge, okay, the loge is like the private, super expensive quarter. They don't even have the equivalent in All for One. So scratch that one. But middle orchestra, front balcony. Is that the equivalent? Oh, well, it's only a $15 difference. That's not the worst. Side orchestra and balcony, 150. I don't, there's not a side orchestra, so it's kind of hard to say. Rear orchestra, middle balcony, $135. 135 too. The front orchestra is a major price difference. Yeah, it seems like it is. Wait, Jimmy posted he's going to lose his job? Why? No, I think renting out this new venue is much more expensive than the one in New York. Although I mean, that's just a supposition. Okay, because, for example, the Shrine Auditorium, which is where they're performing in LA, has a seating capacity of like 6,300 people. But the Radio City Hall in New York, which was, I think, last year's concert, has a seating capacity of 5,960 people. So it's about like 300 to 400 less people. This is a bigger venue, which is possibly why they're not selling out. Also coupled with 4th of July, coupled with people not having that much money. You know, there's tariffs, there's duty taxes, price of fuel is higher. Not everybody wants to travel to the States. Oh, Jimmy? Okay. Well, I hope he's going to be alright. And LA and New York are expensive to travel to. I bet it's going to be even more expensive because it's also around a holiday. These were the tickets for Super. Oh, this is for Hochimashi Suisei. 15,000 yen for the arena. Balcony 14,000. Lower stand 13,000. Oh, level 1 is the arena. Oh, this is the key arena in Yokohama. Wow. Yokohama, performer at Yokohama is actually Sora's dream. I hope she gets a concert there too one day. Yeah, the most expensive part is probably the hotel. Airport probably has better negotiation within LA. I think they just wanted a big venue, but kind of overshot. Yokohama, sorry. Yokohama, not Yokohama. My bad. There's this commenter that said, well, it's unfortunate. 3K seats in an iconic venue with a fast sellout is better than the stress about 6K venues if they're gonna be weird about it. Just do a Radio City Hall again. Realistically, 80% sellout is normal and good for big concerts. I mean, it does look like they're 80% sold. Are concerts all supposed to sell out? Like, this is a lot of seats. It's not good. They've also made the concerts too expensive this year. Tickets were spendy as fuck. This concert should be in the black. I don't know what he means by in the black. It's almost $200 for like a normal ticket. But that was the cope going to a smaller venue after the first year. That's the same amount of people could go with 2 days. In reality, the same people went to both days. Oh, really? Dallas, Austin, Nashville, Atlanta are all better options, and Dallas and Austin have sizable Japanese nationals that live there. Really? But do they have like concert halls? Oh, in the black equals profitable? Okay, thank you. Oh, this is opposed to being in the red. I see, I see. I feel like they should change it to be in the green. I didn't know there was that many Japanese people in Austin. They love Texas? I mean, probably everything is so big there and they're so cramped in Japan. They'll probably get there and they're like, whoa, this is amazing. Yeah, because the people who went are crazy and work with each other to get tickets for their friends for both days since you could only buy one day at a time. I'm one of those guys. Hey, good for you. That seems like a fun experience. Ultimately, the concerts are for the hardcore fans or like locals. But in LA, they probably have like a big anime industry or like more of a developed anime industry though. Or at least like more entertainment or performer like production houses. Yeah, or anyone who can afford to go, exactly. There's this video that might be... What? I was like, this video might be relevant to us. What is the blue dot fever and what does it mean for the music industry? Nani! Can't watch it because I'm in Canada. No, they hate me. VPN time, it's gonna cut my stream. Welp. Well, anybody watch the video wants to give us the TLDR? Where's the AI summary when you need it? Where's CBS from? Let's see. Where is CBS from? New York City! What the fuck? Not even that far. Talking about expensive music. Okay, but this might be a good segue to this topic. Anya's most expensive cover song and her endless debt from 2025 to 2026. So this was in July 2nd of 2025, so last year. I have like the super crazy cover being planned right now, and it will be my most expensive cover song, and it will put me into debt with Yago again. I'll have to use Yago Pay, and again, I will receive $0 for my monthly payment. We spoke about this when I did my Aki Rosenthal video on my highlight channel. But basically, whenever a VTuber in Hololive wants to do a big project, they can have like Hololive front it, but then each of their paycheck, they'll deduce the expenses from each paycheck. So sometimes the VTubers will receive $0 paychecks. Says endless debt. Yeah, I'm kind of in an. I'm gonna be soon. I'm gonna be in endless debt. Like, I'm not even joking, guys. It left me the birthday live, the original song release, the MV and stuff. Like, I'm not joking. I wish I were joking, but literally zero. I'm so excited for it to be released. Should take a few months until you guys can see it though, since we're just starting to work on it. Currently, I have 3 covers being planned. So one with Mume on August 4, August 5, 2025. One that's planned to be released on October 31st. One with Fran and another with somebody else that will stay a secret. And that one will be the most expensive cover because it's going to be so extra. Reading supers and dono. Actually, you know what? These days the algorithm has been really unkind compared to like the old days. So like these days I feel like everyone, including me, will only release covers because we enjoy it. I mean, I do release covers because I enjoy it since the start, you know? Since I started releasing covers, but these days it is especially the case because like we are never going to get those money back. Yeah, I don't think there's any cover that break even. I mean, in my case, I don't know about the others, but me personally, I'm never going to get the money back, the cost back, the cost that I poured into like creating covers, making covers, I'm never going to get those back. So I only make covers because I enjoy making them these days. Because like the first one is algorithm, obviously. Because like if you see my old covers, I think they're not doing that badly for views. But, like these days, it's especially really hard to get like people to see it or watch them. Other girls have said similar things. I believe it is the case for most girl regarding cover projects. There's a decrease compared to 5 or 4 years ago. Make another cover. Yeah, release one this week, actually. It's monitoring cover with Mume. Also, I feel like, I don't know, maybe this is only me, but these days I feel like people mostly only listen to their OGs. I don't like, I mean, it's hard to like follow every HoloLive member, so I guess that's also a thing. It's like OGs and people that the fandom knows they sing super good, so like the singers and their OGs. I kind of feel like that's the case. Even Muna said making cover songs are expensive. Everybody says that making cover songs is super expensive. It's really just a thing that you do because you love music and you want to give back to your fans, I think. And also, the way the YouTube algorithm is right now is that I think, especially in terms of covers, it works like that. Kind of like it does with reacts. So if one cover really pops off, like the King cover, you listen to that, then the YouTube side, it recommends other videos. It'll recommend you other King covers. So you're kind of stuck only covering things that other people have already covered. So it really narrows down your options. And then, even if you do get recommended somebody else's cover, if it's not your OG, you might not even listen to it. Also, some people actually ask, Anya is monitoring the one cover that you talk about being the super expensive cover, and she says no, it's actually not the most expensive that is in production right now. If you guys are lucky, if everything goes smoothly, you guys might be able to see that cover in November if everything goes smoothly. And if it goes smoothly, you guys might be able to see the cover in, like, I don't know, November. But if there's issue, then maybe December. One hit is that it's a duet cover and I'll be singing with someone else. It's not a solo cover. I remember when Ren did her 3D live, her chat constantly asked whose song was playing. It was Everlasting Knife. Yeah, I think people only listen to their OG these days instead of like listening to all other HoloLive members in terms of like songs released. I mean, that makes sense and I don't blame them. That makes the most sense. Do people still listen to Unreal Veil in this day and age? After Chronic with Asteroid Music, a lot of KFP started to listen to all your music. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you, KFP. I love the KFP fan base. I think Chronic is doing good. Yeah, it's all thanks to you guys. And some of you guys still listen to Unreal and Veil. Thank you. This is on October 24. Anya is poor gang. Yes, I'm poor gang. I have debts to pay. I have the Yago debts. Okay, I think I paid all my debts. Like, I paid all my debts, just that maybe if that cover release, I'm going to be in debt once again. But I paid all my debts a few months ago. So, like, technically, once I'm debtless now. But also, a new one is coming, you know? Because of that expensive cover song. At least that one cover song that I'm releasing next week won't make me go into debt. So she's kind of just repeating that for now. I can't see. She's on TikTok now. See, my goal is to upload the, the expensive cover that I talked to you guys before around June. So let's pray, finger crossed. Okay, MV is done. And like, oh my god, I can't wait for you guys to watch it. Please, I spent so much money on it. I want everyone to watch it. Because I spent so much money on it and it turned out really good. So we're just waiting on the mix. And it's a duet cover, not a solo cover. Okay. The MV is like, I think it's like beside Chronic. But this MV is fully animated from start to finish. Oh, that's why it costs so much, because it's fully animated. It's fine. I'm going to be having $0 salary for the next few months. Sorry. For the next few months is a lot to have $0 salary. Yeah, I love the passion, just wish it paid more. I'll get it back. One day it will go back to normal. More expensive than the last one? Oh, definitely. I mean, you have Miku. I mean, that's one thing, Miku. But also the manga and also the illustration that you guys saw during my solo performance. Wow, that's really nice, though. And like we found out with the Aki Rosenthal interview, everything is charged corporate rate. The Iris Out illustration looks amazing, too. My solo performance got the Undead and Iris Out illustration, and what else? Oh yeah, this Birthday Life has more choreo than last year's Birthday Life. But all of this was worth it, it's fine. If you guys want to support me rather than Super Chat, I recommend supporting through merchandise. It helps the most. Really? Wait, merchandise helps more than Super Chats? Hey, Locks! Wait, seriously? So they get... I mean, because Aki said something similar, actually. So is it true that they get all... They fund their own merch, but they also get all the returns for the merch? She can't even afford to Switch 2. She can't play it because she doesn't get enough salary for a few months. Viewer sent a comment in English, Black Company, and she says, no, it's just that it really was that expensive. It really... My Birthday Life was just really that expensive. Funds for Anya's debts and copium for Half-Life 3 one day for sure. Yeah, this debt is the longest I had my debt. Oh my god, man, when will this debt end? Save me, but well, I got to deliver a high-quality life to you guys, so that was worth it, you know? Surely this debt is ending. In June 23, 2026, tomorrow there's a cover song coming out. Also, I'm having a collab with Kiara. I don't know if that's related to the cover song. Only one way to find out. There's a cover song and a collab with Kiara tomorrow. Yep. So this is the collab with Kiara, playing Clubhouse games. And, of course, the cover is also with Kiara. Takanashi Kiara, Anya Milfisa, so that's going to be the most expensive cover ever made. Make sure to go check it out. So, Anya spent a lot of money on this. And has been in endless debt for like an entire year for it, so at least go give it a watch. Yeah, the cover was good and appropriate, and the KFP fanbase already likes her, so it makes sense.
Yeah. What about you? Tomorrow, there is a cover song coming out. And also, I'm having a collab with Kiara. I don't know if that's related to the cover song. Only one way to find out. There's
Only
a cover
one
song
way
and
to
a
find
collab
out.
with Kiara tomorrow.
Yeah,
I
might
just
not
don't
be
know.
related, but might be related to. I don't know.
So no one knows what song it is yet?
No.
Oh my god. Now I'm curious.
Well, only one way to find out tomorrow.
Only one way to find out tomorrow, guys. If that collab has anything to do with that
Hell
cover.
yeah, probably nothing to do with it since we're enemies, you know. Can't be related.
What is this onesie that Gigi's wearing? It's so cute. I want one. It's a great cover. I had to listen. The animation was great. Amazing. So has there ever been a cover that made a return? We ask ourselves that in the Discord. Some people said maybe this one from Suisse, the King cover, got 31 million views. But hold on. Are you even... Can you even monetize a cover? I don't think so. Because the credits... Hold up, we can look it up. I think the money goes to the original artist. Oh, I'm gonna get demonetized now. Like, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It goes to the original version. When you see this, that means the music got claimed. All the King covers will have that. Wait, 4 hours ago, Bricks and Minifigs just lifted a restraining order on ban. Really? So I guess, I mean, maybe it's worth it for bringing new people to your channel. And maybe you'll convert these people into Suisse fan who later buy merch, or who will later, or who will listen to your other videos that will get ad revenue. But directly from the cover, I don't think you get money. Is it better to do original songs then? I don't know, because then original songs, you also need to buy some, like, you know, work with somebody that will create the lyrics for you, the musical instruments, the mix, etc. Oshimatic project cover, 31 million views. Getcha, Calliope, and Suisse, that was 30 million views. Also a cover. And this one, 64 million views. Wow. Yeah, it really is just a work of passion. Don't you have to pay for permission to cover it and you can profit? Because NSP has 3 cover albums and I doubt they wouldn't get paid for that. Oh, really? I mean, somebody knows in the comment section when this video released on my highlight channel, let me know. We need to talk to people that work in the music industry. Another news, positive news, World Cup is going on. Everybody's doing watch-alongs. I don't know that much about football, except that it's like sort of yaoi. People were trying to convince me to watch it on day 1 because apparently somebody ripped their shirt off and that's kind of gay. But a lot of VTubers are doing watch-alongs. If I had a fan base for it, I would totally do a watch-along because it looks super fun. I like how hype people are into it. Like, iShowSpeed is at the World Cup games, and he's streaming from there. And the other day, he had like 138,000 viewers watching him. Well, poor Wawa, she thought her team could beat Messi. I can't believe Messi is still the GOAT. Oh, why is there no sound?
No, Messi, please, not have Messi, Messi, Messi!
Yeah, I love how Kiara gets into it. Eri is also another one that like was getting really into it. But she got noticed by some sports commentary people. This guy named John Eimer. I'm gonna sound like an old head here because this is so far out of my wheelhouse. I learned this is called a VTuber. It's an Austrian woman who likes streams using an avatar, and she has over 15,000 people in her watch along, all cheering and chatting about the match together. Just so much passion from every corner of the globe. And just think it's so dope how everyone can consume this beautiful game their own ways and how much this is bringing people together. Beautiful. This is a beautiful tweet. It's nice to be exposed to normies and not be ridiculed or shunned for once. Turns out she has over 1 million subscribers, and this isn't some little niche thing, it's massive. In this day and age, you can have 1 million subscribers and still be niche though. Yeah, no, there's so much hype around the World Cup right now. It's so fun.
VTubers. Way. Talk
So John also like did a shout out to Kiara.
Way. Talk to me about VTubers.
Yeah, before I get started into this, just know that I am brand new to this, so I apologize for anyone I offend when I inevitably mess all of this up. But have any of you heard of VTubers before? No. That's totally fine. I hadn't either, and that's okay. I just want to talk about the beauty of the World Cup, because it's very cliche, and everyone always says the World Cup, it brings everyone together. All walks of life all come to enjoy the beautiful game. I know it's cliche, but it's true, and we're seeing that with all the different fans celebrating and all the love here in North America. But yesterday I was watching the Argentina and Austria match, and at halftime I was doing my research because I had to talk about it later on Galazzo, and so I pulled up YouTube, and I got a recommended video, and I apologize because I'm going to say this name wrong. It was Takanashi Kiara from HoloLive doing a VTuber.
He actually said the name right.
Watch along. No idea what this meant, but I was like, watch along. That's cute. We do those for Galazzo. You know, I did ones once, and not to brag, I got like 500 viewers. Feeling pretty good about myself. She had 15,000 viewers watching along with her while she was screaming her support for the Austrian national team. And it blew my mind because this is a community that I didn't even know existed. I'm in my little CBS bubble here. I think that I'm a big deal. And then I see someone just showing an amount of love and support for their nation that I cannot fathom. And I just think it's such a beautiful thing that we see the beautiful game shared in so many different facets and different ways that I don't even know about. So Ben, if you...
Dude, the World Cup is like benefiting everybody. Like right now, I bet all of the, when a game is going on, all of like the bars in your cities or any cafe with a fucking TV in it, even the shitty ones, they're probably packed. And like the energy is hype. Everybody's CCV that is doing watch along of this are like super high. Everybody's coming together, a sense of community to like support their team and watch it. I mean, it's a simple game at the end of the day. You even I, who doesn't understand anything about it, like I'm kind of like having fun watching it. Yeah, my pizza place had it on, exactly. Not from my state, it's the Waffle House. Oh shit, they got the Waffle House popping!
can throw the picture up on the screen real quick to show everyone. Yeah, it's like VTubers are animated people, to sound dumb, that watch.
Yeah, and we're doing watch-alongs and members. So if you do have a members subscription to the channel, make sure to join the Discord, discord.gg/Rima to join the watch-alongs.
Watch shows and play. I just think it's such a beautiful thing that things exist that I don't even think about, Sia. So just thought that was kind of awesome to see in this space.
Yeah, and right now, today there's a Canadian game. Did we win? She's doing Brazil versus Scotland. I thought she was watching the Canada game. We lost? No! We suck. Are we making it out of groups? And in second in groups? Oh, well, that's so we're moving forward, no? So we're moving forward, and I only know this because I'm reading Blue Lock. What do you mean it's over? No. What? I'm getting mixed signals in chat. So Kiara QRT'd this video that we just watched, and then Mori even said, he got your name right first try too, what a hero. So John retweeted that, and he retweeted this, and he said, I'm so glad you popped up on my feed during the watch along, you're welcome on our show anytime, Kiara, that'd be so dope. And he even joined the Kiara fan server, so he could learn about VTubers. Isn't that cute? I'm going to be on CBS Sports Network at noon with the same host, and he just texted me going, do we mention the anime girl thing again, or would that be weird? Canada must now surrender to Switzerland. Oh my god, we are like, it's gonna be fan-sitter versus fan-sitter. Well, we got a new KFP into the community, boys. I don't remember seeing that post. Are you in our Discord server? Yeah, we posted it in our Discord server. I mean, you can look it up and you can maybe search it. Are you in the fan server? This dude is a regular chatter in the stream chat channel. Well, he must be new. I mean, love to see it. Love to see it. For all the times that, you know, when we did the baseball collabs with VTubers, there's usually a lot of backlash. So it's nice that for football, for once, there isn't. Yeah, he's got like 20 plus message in stream chat now. Ah, that's so cute. We love to see it. And I hope the KFP are, you know, repping the fandom well. Introducing him to a wholesome experience. Yeah, it's heartwarming. It's fine. It's nice. I also saw this tweet on my feed, but I have no fucking clue what it's about. I need you guys to explain it to me. Honestly, I think it's endearing to see an indie company happy to do or show what they can to prove they are hard at work with their own games. I know it's frustrating and degrading in this day and age, but I fear it's a bit of a red flag when you degrade your fans instead when they ask. Companies such as #BrokenLore don't have any explanation as how they pump and dumped 11 games in her roster. Seems to have a strange botted game reviews as well as social media comments, AI in their game, and refuse to acknowledge the strangeness behind all of it. Thank you, indies who choose to be honest with their players, and they even responded back to her saying, thank you, we really appreciate that. We completely understand why players ask these questions, and we believe transparency is important. At the end of the day, we're just a group of developers who love making games, and we're happy to share a process with the community. You know, when somebody puts a lot of passion into their project, it always shows. And people resonate with that. Thank you for being honest with your players. Definitely going to try your game. See, the part that I don't like, I understand that she's responding to this dev team, but what is this broken lore thing? The real thing about broken lore, from what anyone can see, they just take a moment to stop thinking, look at what's in front of you. Strange masses of seemingly botted reviews, everyone smiling and clapping at the constant churn of game release with no questions. There's just so many red flags the deeper you dig, and especially if you take the time to play their games and think critically about the quality of both the gameplay and assets, with some parts being AI generated with a high degree of certainty. I just really wish more people would hone in on that rather than allow it to go unpunished and unscrutinized compared to actual devs like this who are pouring their heart and souls into their craft, not churning out another 11 soulless slop games. Navin's here. That's one of our members. I feel like things are quickly accelerated to the point where the purity testing regarding no AI in video games and in art in general will cause too many false positives and push good games / artists out of space where they could flourish, all because no one believes them. It's already happening to artists on VGen. It's going to get worse before it gets better. There's a reason why Japanese artists always release all of their art with comments turned off. All that I said, and I'm not commenting on your issue with broken lore, they are lazy and shitty company overall, treating horror fans like open wallet. Lena responds, I completely agree with you. I can't imagine for even a second how to balance everything regarding sharing the same space with a flood of AI content and trying to push forward. I think at the very least, albeit frustratingly as hell, people being open to at least having a conversation is good. Also, your comment on the broken lore. I spoken about this last stream, but I think the problem with AI is it's not even about being like soulless or whatever, or even just the usage of AI. It's just that people are making so much dog shit with it, and they're flooding every channel with their like dog shit, that it's just becoming noise. And they're barely even putting the time to put a quality product together. Some of them are not even reading what they're generating, and they want other people to consume their product. But you didn't even put the time to make the product. Like, people every day on this website, on fucking Twitter, take the time to write tweets that nobody will read. And you did, and some people, they like punch some things, they prompt stuff, they don't even read it back. They don't even edit it. I don't even mind high quality AI stuff at this point, but it's like, at least take the time to polish it, to read what you're doing. You know, don't vibe code like that eggy person. And then publish it, and then maybe people will consume it, because you didn't even put the time into your product, but you're asking a human to put some of their time into your product. Again, people can feel when there's passion and time that's been put into it. It ends up with a product that's just subpar. And gamers are an incredibly critical fan base. They know what they want, they know what they dislike. So it will show. Yeah, AI has bloated the feed so bad, even the good stuff gets drowned out. Non-AI people make a lot of trash too. For sure, but that also doesn't get views. It's a little slop. Broken Lore is a psychological horror game on Steam, so from the replies, people were accusing him of using AI. They did a tweet to disprove those claims. So it's like, my coder friend, for example, has told me a little bit about GitHub. And GitHub is like this place where you can post your plugins and your codes and stuff. But as you guys know, people use AI for coding like a lot. And that's fine, right? But what happens is that there's a bunch of people that don't know jack fucking shit about coding that have entered the market, and they're just like flooding GitHub with their bad codes or their overbloated codes or their codes that are not safe cybersecurity wise. So GitHub has like implemented some rules because otherwise it was getting too much. And it's not that they're anti-AI or whatever, it's just that people are literally like, they're punching prompts, they're generating AI codes, they don't even read it. Like, they're not even taking the time to like revise their product, and then they're posting it into others people like plugin projects, because usually a lot of people can contribute or contribute updates, and they want another person to review it or like, hey, is this good? But it's like, so you didn't even take the time to read what you did, and you want me, a human, to read what you did and tell you if it's good or not? So GitHub was like, no. So from now on, you need to advertise, you need to clearly state how much AI was used, and in your coding, and beyond like a certain percentage, it just doesn't go through in the project. It's not even like reviewed. Secondly, I think there was like other checklist that needed to, there's like a few checklists that need to pass for just having your code being reviewed by a peer. Yeah, exactly, because otherwise you're just like, you're flooded with garbage. And I think that a lot of I think it's going to become like this in a lot of other industries, just to like sort of contain it. How do they revise if they don't even know what that is? Yeah, like some of these like vibe coders, if somebody asked them a question about their coding, they wouldn't even be able to answer you. They would put the question back into like Claude and then ask Claude to answer you, because they don't even understand what they're doing. And that's why I'm glad the AI gents I know spend days on their work. Like, the thing is, even though online is really pushing against AI, and I also get why, I get their reasons. The reality is that in corporations and in real life, like, it's a race to implement AI into their processes. Like, everybody is like, all the companies are racing for that. Just talk to people, like, talk to your family, talk to your friends and stuff that have work IRL, that work in companies, and ask them if their companies are doing a shift towards AI. Like, I guarantee you, most of them will say yes. And some of them are implementing it in a sloppy way, and some of them are implementing it like the smart way. And I think, that's my prediction, that that's going to really differentiate like the winners from the losers in the future, like the people that are using the tool properly as a tool, rather than the people relying on it as a crutch. And also, Gumnabi, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you, thank you. 12 months, that's a lot. I work for a giant corporate as they're moving to AI. Yeah, everybody's like afraid to miss out on that. It's not an industrial revolution, it's a race to slopify everything. I mean, I think there's going to be, well, I hope that there's going to be a halt to the slop part of it. I hope that it's going to move into a more controlled stance, where, I mean, kind of just like GitHub did, where you need to have some rules. You need to have, because otherwise you're going to spend longer like sifting through the garbage than doing it yourself. You know what I mean? Because technically AI is supposed to be done to cut time on human time. So instead of paying a human 3 hours to organize something, You're paying the AI, whatever, you're paying your AI subscription and it takes 15 minutes to organize something. But if the AI like organize something into a sloppy way, and then you need another human to go over what the AI wrote and then fix it, then it ends up being 4 hours of the human time. It doesn't work like that. And right now it's kind of like that. Right now it's just a lot of slop bloating everything. Hey Claude, should I hire this person? It's already happening. You know, it's funny. Yeah, you're saying this as a joke, but literally AI is in charge of hiring people in corpos right now. Like legit. We call that parsing. When there's two options, fast and slow solution, people will always choose a fast one. Yeah, but sometimes the fast one ends up being slower. You watched a One Piece remake teaser? Oh yeah. Yo, Silly Bitters with the 10 memberships. Let's fucking go. Thank you so much. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Silly Bitters. No employer wants to hear that. It's cheaper to hire someone actually qualified than cheating out, costing double or more in the man hours and cleaning it. Yeah, exactly. People don't go to the solution that is faster. They go to the solution that they think is faster. Yeah. Oh, I want to see the One Piece teaser. But you know, I see a lot of okay, I'm seeing a lot of dog shit being produced by AI. It's like, and everybody can tell, unless you have absolutely no taste, everybody can tell when you spent less than 5 minutes on your slop. And these people are like, I've created something so fucking cool. It's like, okay, it's one thing to be like, hey, I'm kind of new at this. I'm not really good. I'm just experimenting for fun. Or like making a song and making a whole like AI slop fest and marketing it as if like you're the second coming of Christ. Like, yeah, I'm an artist. You know, if you maybe I don't know, I'm saying like bullshit because I don't know how it actually works. Let's say you made a song and parts of it you like experimented with some AI backtracks, or you made this cool robotic AI sound. Whatever, that's fine. Like, at least you put a little bit more efforts into it. Or like when Grimes was like, yeah, I'll lend my voice to some AI banks because like AI is new and I'm curious what people will do with it, how they'll push the boundaries of music with it. Like, that's sort of interesting at least. The AI data center? Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, apparently they like lied to people too or something. Sina, like they were told, oh my god, I'm not good enough. I'm not knowledgeable enough in that topic to just tell you stuff right off the bat. No, Grimes, the artist that used to be married to Elon Musk. I know that Oh, was it SpaceX actually? SpaceX were supposed to build a building, and then they fucking they like turned around the last second and turned it into an AI data center. And everybody was like pissed because they were like, what the fuck? We did not agree to that. And it's really bad for, I mean, it puts all the, it makes all the prices go up in the area. Yeah, that's awful. I would not want a local center. You guys should watch the video about these local farmers. They got offered like millions of dollars for their land to build a local data center, and they were just like, no. They just straight up said no. They were just like humble people, happy with what they got. They're rushing to build a lot of data centers, but once the AI bubble pops, I think that a lot of them will have to shut down or be converted to something else. Right now, there's a lot of demand for data centers, but I think a lot of these people that are building some right now are gonna be, well, it's kind of like when they had like every time there's a bubble, there's like, you know, you start like producing a lot. It's kind of like with the avocado. You know, when the avocado were like super popular a few years ago, they started producing a bunch of avocado. And then now the avocados are dirt cheap because there's too many and nobody buys them anymore. Oh, really? It was a carnival permits they used? Like, how did that even pass? That they used a carnival permit to build a data center? It's, I mean, maybe it works if you call, like, they're the whole circus, I guess. Yeah, because they live in a clown world, actually. The whole thing with Dubai chocolate, besides, bro, Dubai chocolate is not even good. It's way too sweet. Now they experiment with AI data centers in private gardens or normal people. Oh, like a mini AI data center? Okay, let's see. This One Piece remake. It's alright, but it's not worth the premium price. Oh, you gotta pay a shit ton for it. Okay. I thought it'd be somewhat similar to hosting your own servers. There's no such thing as an AI data center, they're just data centers? I thought the AI data centers, like, polluted a lot more. I'm not so knowledgeable on the whole pollution bit of it. Like, oh, the comment was about Dubai chocolate, I see. I was first surprised that it was affecting the environment. I was like, how? You know? It's a fucking computer. It's digital. How is it affecting the environment? No, AI data centers are different? Yeah, I don't think they'll be, I think all this RAM won't be usable. I don't know. Isn't it for like all the supercomputers that they're building? I'm interested in the economy. Like, I'm interested in like technology innovation just for the sake of being in the known about like world news, because whether you like it or not, it's all it's there, you know, whether you like it or not. I kind of just want to know what's going on because everybody's talking about it. AI data centers are different. Okay. Oh, they can be repurposed? Thank God. It's the amount of water they need for cooling that destroys the local ecosystem. Efficacy of data centers are solely confronting a diminishing return situations already. It's sort of like how Moore's law collapsed with CPUs. Pretty much everyone agrees it's not sustainable. Oh yeah, it's all like inflation too. And it's all like made up value too. It's time for Rimanomics. True. Right. All the AIs, like they sort of start with competitive pricing, but when the bill comes due, then they suddenly jack up something, like they jack up the tokens or the prices, or they put ads or whatever. There's an invention that reduces freshwater consumption for data centers. NVIDIA invented it. But how is that legal though? Because, for example, in the United States, there are people who are like government officials who are in charge of making sure that corporations don't, for example, ruin like a waterway for the local population. So not everybody gets like cancer in the area or something like that. Otherwise, the corporations would always push the boundaries because the point of a corporation is to make money. Yes, and AI data centers are focusing on GPU parallel processing, which requires much more cooling than regular data centers that rely mostly on CPUs. So AI data centers need water cooling. Maybe they should call Rima Rima to install the water cooler. The inside joke is that I installed my own water cooler in my PC like 2 years ago. And my PC was overheating so much you could have cooked an egg on it. I'm not even kidding. Yeah, but industry people are entering the regulatory agencies. But Rima didn't know about lobbying. I know about lobbying in the United States, and you guys lobbying is like kind of fucked. I mean, because it all comes down from the corporations are considered individuals too. So they're allowed to lobby like infinitely. Like there's no cap on the amount of money they can put. So that's crazy. That makes the corporations have so much power, and a lot more power than the regular individual. Imagine you do it anyway. The politicians try to stop you. Then you initiate a lawsuit that could go on for 10 years. Boom, 10 years of operations right there. And then you appeal another X year. Oh, that's how they get around it. Damn. That sucks. Wait, that sucks though. So like all the corporations are lining their pockets with money, but normal people like you and I are stuck paying the bill for the rising cost of PCs, for the rising cost of like everything local. It honestly feels like the system's getting more and more rigged. They need to revert that law that the corporation is like considered an individual and has like citizen right, the same rights as a citizen. Democracy should be there to give equal rights to every single voter in the country. No? Like, so why does a corporation get to have much more influence than an individual voter? Like, technically, the government should represent the will of the people. That's why we have that. I have a feeling that it's coming to the Philippines. Uh-oh. Don't ask for permission, move fast, break things, and ask for forgiveness later. Money rules the world. That's the world we live in. The strong do what they can, the weak suffer what they must. Hawaii has reversed that decision. I saw that Hawaii... Yeah, but they're saying that the bill will get contested. Did it go through? It's probably going to be contested. Because almost every politician are in it for the money. Mm. I mean, I expect corporations to be in it for the money. I don't expect... I mean, I guess I should expect, but I don't expect, like, individuals to be in it for the money or to be so easily tempted by it. I understand the temptation, but shouldn't there be some hesitation when you're about to fuck over so many people? Like, well, for the environment, I feel like their mentality is like, well, the next generation will deal with it. You know, they're kind of just outsourcing the problem or the burden of it through the next generation. They're like, well, you know, all these environmental problems will happen later, so I won't have to deal with it. When people like Musk, Bezos, or Zuckerberg pay zero income tax. By futzing with loopholes in the tax system, they pay little to no taxes for years. Well, yeah. My uncle was actually VP for a big company in the States, and they bring in, like, they pay a lot of money to advisors to tell them, like, the best ways to save on taxes. It is a real test of human characters. Individuals are so in it for money. People are not nice. It's the brutal truth. No, they are in it for money, but they would wait. Like, there's a balance, and they would probably wait, you know, X amount of money. Is it worth X amount of suffering? And, like, each person will probably have a different answer to that. Like, there's a scale. But for example, if you get offered like a $3 million to potentially get, I don't know, like 30,000 people get cancer, you, even though I'd really like having like $3 million, I probably wouldn't say yes to that, you know? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's a scale that you weight the consequences against the amount of money, and then you try to figure out if it's worth it or not. But I guess it's kind of like, maybe each time you make a decision like that for these, that's like quote unquote morally corrupt, then perhaps these people have an easier and easier time making more and more morally corrupt decisions, and they're like, well, I already did that last time, we could do it again this time for the big, you know? It's kind of like when somebody commits a crime, does it get easier for them to commit more crimes after? Benign cancer, and I'll take the deal. But you know what's not morally corrupt? The pirates from One Piece.
Wealth, fame, power. The man who attained everything the world had to offer. Gold Roger, king of the pirates. With his dying words, he drove countless souls into the vast sea.
Shanks.
In search of the One Piece, many set sail toward the Grand Line.
Okay, I hate that it's in English. This is throwing me off.
Plunging this world into the Great Pirate Era.
The animation looks exactly the same though. Rima D Horsey. Yeah, I got the D in my name. That means I'll do something special. Is there the Japanese version? Because I cannot watch English dub. I just can't. Okay, One Piece remake. Wait, does Netflix have the exclusive rights for it? Bros, are they gonna do the same thing they're doing to JoJo? No, I think it's a show. I prefer the old style. It depends, okay? The first seasons of One Piece also... The first season of One Piece looked chopped, dude. The best part about One Piece fans being excited about this is the fact that it will completely destroy anyone saying it did not have a pacing issue. Oh, the One Piece definitely have a pacing issue. Well, I mean, they filled it up. They stuffed it with as much fillers as they could. That's for sure.
New updates for the One Piece with Studio remake are absolutely crazy. The One Piece Zeph, and is it me or is Zeph's hat even taller than the original anime and even the live action remake? Yes, these image boards are quite blurry, but you can already see the overall vibe of what this remake is going to be all about. Next up,
Okay, I don't feel like watching a video. The current JP voice actress of Luffy will dub Luffy in this version too. Are they gonna keep all of the same VA cast? Because that's gonna throw me off if they don't have the same voice. I'm trying to find the JP version. One Piece remake trailer, Japanese. Thank God. I mean, I like that they look the same at least. It's got a similar style. How much are they gonna cover? Well, we couldn't see much aside from the... This is so well done! I mean, the sceneries do look better. Why are they doing a remake? I think because people have trouble getting into the original One Piece because it's like gated towards, gated behind hundreds of hours of watch time. And then if you want to get like a new person into One Piece, you gotta suggest them what? Like the live action stuff? Because no, like there's not a lot of people that will want to watch. How many episodes is there? Like 1,000? This season 7 episode, each about 40 minutes long. They're ending at Barati. Which one is Barati? Maybe until entering the Grand Line. The show animation is really old too. Yes, it is, for sure. The new seasons of One Piece have crazy animation with like really high budget. You can tell. Right before Zoro versus Mihawk duel starts at Barati. Bro, they're not even gonna cover that duel? Oh, that's the restaurant Sanji was working at, okay. I mean, I like Sanji. No, it's a new anime. It does look like a game trailer, does it? Because it's kind of like got these... I don't know how to call this, like these motion movements. You hate the character design? What? How can you... What do you mean? Yo, Shanks is sexy, what? Sanji's sexy, like, come on. New anime, literally a remake. Yeah. Look at him. He's cute. Come on. I hope they don't make him like as... They really exaggerated Sanji in the original anime. Blackbeard is sexier? Brother, ew, no. I love Shanks. He's my hero. Ultimately, you're not in One Piece because of the art, though. You are into One Piece because of the world building. Like, in the intricate lore. There's not, like, a single character in that show that doesn't end up playing another role. They're starting over the anime? Yeah, they are. I wonder... Who said ew to Blackbeard? Bro, he's got missing teeth. How can you guys not say ew to Blackbeard? He's got like a hairy chest and stuff. What are you guys into, Ugly Bastard? Yeah, you gotta be into world building and adventure and like comedy too. Or be into it because of Nami. I'm more of a Robin person. I guess they're going to be skipping the filler or condensing some stuff. I mean, I hope so. Otherwise, what's the point? Not gonna lie, when I first watched one, I was like, you know how if you watch all of Moist Critical video about One Piece and his like opinion of One Piece, it's so funny because every time he finishes one season, he did a video, and the first 3 videos are like, yeah, I don't know, the pacing is bad. I'm not getting into it. And then like his most recent videos, he's like, I'm so happy I stuck out with it. This is the best anime ever made. He loves it. Oh, they look silly. The body types, the noses, mouth shapes. The art just kills it for me. Yeah, but it's not supposed. It's supposed to be silly. Even the way they talk and the way they laugh, it's supposed to be silly because it's part of the comedy. But it's kind of like JoJo wasn't really my art style either. But then you end up loving it because the story's good and you end up liking the characters. The point of the remake was to make it closer to the manga. Good. Do mermaids poop though? Wait, that's such a good question. Kagurabachi, yo, they also announced like the anime for Kagurabachi. I also bought the mangas. I want to get into it. I mean, I love swordsmen. I think I might be a minority in this, but I'll say this: as much as I love Tanaka, I don't want her to be voicing the new show. She herself has stated she doesn't want to do any long project and wants Luffy to be her last character. And I really want a full remake of One Piece. I think One Piece deserves a remake mainly because earlier One Piece had so many translation errors and translation inconsistencies due to incomplete knowledge at the time and also translator change over the period. Also, I want One Piece to have better and more consistent sound effects. Bro, the early One Piece episodes have such bad sound effects and animation. It's kind of part of the charm, but it definitely is 80s sound effects. Till Wano ending, One Piece didn't have consistent animation. Some episodes were crazy insane, but some were not, and the main pacing issue. I don't know if she'll be able to voice both shows. I agree. Mayumi Tanaka needs a rest. Get a new voice that fits. Rima, please, it's the sound effects from Dragon Ball. Yeah, I know! You haven't seen the Wano ending? It's really good. I mean, I watched a mix of One Piece and the fan project One Piece. One Piece, the definitive One Piece viewing experience. I watched a lot of those in Japan. It really helped me catch up with the show. Like, they put a lot of efforts in it. It really is like a passion project for them. Like, One Piece has some dedicated fans. And they try to make it as close to the manga as possible. Yeah, they edit the filler parts and stuff. Yeah, exactly. And if you don't have time, I mean, usually people have like the fillers list and they just skip the fillers. But then sometimes some episodes are like they're mixing both fillers and canon, so that's difficult to skip. So One Piece kind of fixes that too. Frankie's voice, I don't like the new voice as much. I'm not gonna lie. I know it was inevitable, but I miss like old Frankie. I stopped to watch Opie after Fishman Island. I continued to watch until Wano part. I don't remember where I stopped. I think I started watching... I started watching around the Dofi law part. Dude, Impel Down was a really good arc. Marineford. I like Marineford. Return to Sabaody, Punk Hazard. Yeah. No. I started watching One Piece, I think around this part, like Fishman Island or Punk Hazard. I actually really like Punk Hazard too. Lion Dofi was Dressrosa. That was my favorite arc. The time skip reunion was really cool too. Dressrosa was so fucking good, dude. But then, like, they kind of sidelined Law after that. I was so disappointed. Best pre-time skip arc is Ines Lobby. Best post-time skip arc is either Dressrosa or Egghead. I like the most... Let me see. Okay, I'll tell you exactly. Okay, well, all the episodes where he meets his crewmates are, like, pretty good. The episode where he meets Chopper, like, cried my eyes out. So fucking much. The episode with Buggy is... Okay, Buggy is actually one of my favorite characters. I fucking love him. He's so dumb. I love stupid characters. Syrup Village... I don't remember that, but it was probably Snooze Fest. Okay, the meeting Usopp arc was kind of nice. Barati was good. Arlong was good. I don't remember this. Loketown. Is that the first time they meet Blackbird is in Loketown? I used to find, like, Usopp kind of annoying, but I like him more now. Reverse... No, that's the bit with fucking, the whale. I like Smoker. He's hot. Reverse Mountain is where they meet the whale, and like that episode makes me ugly cry, actually. Whiskey Peak. What is Whiskey Peak? Oh, that's the first island of Grand Line. That was okay. Yeah, Laboon! Laboon! Oh my god! Okay, I'm sorry. This is gonna piss off people. I didn't watch One Piece for this. I watched, like, the OG and all the fillers. But the Alabasta arc, although their outfits were great and Ace was in there, Aceu, that was actually a snooze fest. Like, nah, dude. And even though Crocodile is in there, and I love Crocodile, some of the Alabasta, like, episodes, I was like, yo, I am getting farmed for every single minute of my life right now. They are, like, farming me for ad revenue. They are milking me. Skypiea. Nah, dude. Rima, you're wrong. Very wrong. Very, very wrong. Uh-oh. Skypiea was boring, though. Come on. I know it's the meme in the fan base. They also spoiled Poneglyph early in the Arabasta filler arc. What Skypiea's people? I know! I'm gonna piss off so many people with that. Bro, wasn't there a meme where Luffy is fighting... When Luffy's fighting Big Mom and he gets electrocuted and Big Mom gets shocked, she's like, what the fuck? Why does electricity not work on him? And the meme was like, when you skip the Skypiea arc. It's like, when you skip the Skypiea arc, baby, that's why you're confused. I know, the Skypiea arc is very important, but it dragged on for way too long. Hi, Charlie! Have you watched the Elbaf arc yet? I mean, I'm caught up with One Piece. I might be missing like a few of the last Eggheads episodes, but I should be caught up. Long Ring, Long Island? I don't remember that one. Hi, Timonite, Water 7. I think, funnily enough, there are some dumb episodes that I really enjoyed with the Marines. Enos Lobby was so good. That was so fucking good. That was when I started really getting into the show. Water 7 was good as well. Yes, post Enos Lobbies was also fun. That was fun. Yeah, with Foxy Crew. Triller Bark was really good, but at one point I was like, I felt like it was getting a little bit long. But it was really good. I loved the pink-haired girl, like Lolita Goth Girl in it. And I mean, I love the part where like Zoro tanks like all the damage for Luffy and shit, and then doesn't tell anybody after. That was goated. That was a powerful moment. Hell yeah, I would be an Emperor of the Sea, Charlie, of course. Yeah, W Zoro. Brooke appears there too. True, true. Luffy crews come face to face with the darkest force of the world government? Wait, who do they fight in here in Archipelago? Oh, that was funny! Amazon Lily was so fucking funny! Dude, Amazon Lily was one of the funniest arc, dude! Oh yeah, Bartolomeu, who becomes like their #1 fan. Yeah, the family jewels! All the women wanna touch his family jewels, and they make him like this little outfit with flowers. Is this where they meet the furry people? Oh yeah, Kizaru and Pacifista. Okay, but Loki, I hated Kizaru. Like when we first met him, like Borsalino. I don't but now I kind of love him. He's one of my favorite. And yes. So Amazon Lily was so fucking goated because Boa is the most hilarious character ever. She is so funny. I love how she misinterprets like every single thing that Luffy does. And she goes on to these unhinged like daydreams about him. Like when she gets lost in her thoughts and she thinks that they're gonna get married. she's so insane. And she is a real simp, and it's even more funnier because it's like Luffy, who's like a dumbass. Oh my god, happy birthday, Kimchi! Yesterday was your birthday. I know, Luffy is literally just head empty, totally like, he's a sexless person, like he doesn't think about anything romantic at all. And she's also funny, like just on her own, like just being this like vain, egocentric woman, because she's like very pretty. And then it's like completely contrasted with like how much she's in love with this dumbass. Yeah, he's a good guy, just not a romantic one. Anyway, Impel Down was really good. And then he meets all the like Ivanka and her crew. That was really good. Hi, Richard. Impel Down was so good. And you're actually like, you're actually stressed in Impel Down. You're like, oh my god, is like Luffy is losing fights, man. He's screwed. How is he gonna get out of here? Rima, you should do One Piece Smash or Pass. Oh yeah, totally. But I am rooting for like Luffy and Boa to get together. Like I'm 100% rooting for them. Even though like they have too much of a size difference, bro. I mean, if Luffy was sexually aware, imagine what he could do with his powers. Size up! Oh my god. Oh my god, yes, you're right. Bits by dude, the moment with Bonchan, Mr. 2, and Impel Down. I cried so much. I cried so much. Everybody sees like there's this meme in the One Piece community where it's like Bonchan and like the normies are like, what the fuck is this character? He looks so silly. But all the One Piece fans are like, 07, you know, salute, the soldier salute to Bonchan. He did the ultimate sacrifice. He did the ultimate sacrifice. But you know, like, but you know, also that's the difference between, you know how people nowadays, like these episodes, Impel Down, they came out a while ago, right? And they have like clearly some LGBT characters, and Ivanka has this power that literally turns you into the opposite sex. I feel like if this came out today, there would be outrage. But because it came out back then, and also because it wasn't forced, it worked with the storyline. It's kind of like there's no morally right or morally wrong media. It's just, is the story good? Is it touching? And does it work? And people will like it if it is. If it's quality, people will resonate with it. If it makes you feel something. And this is like, for example, there's a new Netflix show where they force some LGBT couple and everybody kind of cringes because you can tell that it's totally forced and it doesn't advance the plot and doesn't bring anything. And then you see this, and there's Bonchan that sacrifices himself for Luffy. Isn't that just this is the best marketing, this is the best advertising, the best representation you can have for a community. Literally, it's the best. The best way to go about it is One Piece. Yeah, if it isn't natural, then it just feels shoehorned. Oh yeah, and also yes, there's the Yamato that wants to be like Odin. And she just thinks of herself as the guy. She even goes into the baths with the guys. Bon Clay is a real G. Also, I kind of loved his outfit, not gonna lie. But Ivanka is also really goated, though. Like, Ivanka is, like, really cool. She sticks around, too. Like, she's got a big role. The One Piece is real. I mean, Oda is just so good at making such inspirational characters. There's so many that you end up liking. Even like Blackbeard is likable. You guys like him. You guys even think he's good looking. What's wrong with you? People were upset over Yamato. Yeah, of course people were upset with Yamato. I mean, she was more recent. People in chat thought Blackbeard was good looking. I can't believe, like, okay, how can you guys think Blackbeard is good looking, y'all? Hello? He's got missing teeth. And also, I agree with OP. How the fuck did he get so powerful? He has charisma. Okay. I guess. I know. I told Chet they like ugly bastards. Oh my god, so realistic. How can you say no to that face? Punk Hazard was good. Dressrosa was one of the best arc, but maybe I'm biased because I love Dofi and I love Trafalgar Law, so and people keep making fun of me because I love Dofi. Oh my god, and his crew was what was his crew called? Like Dofi's crew. I also love every single person in his crew, by the way. Like all of the bad guys in that arc are so cool. The guy that like says that everything's hard boiled. I love him. I love Corazon. Yeah. I think they all looked like they all had like a fun look to them. Hot boilo. Oh, Zoo is where they meet Carrot and that other furry guy who dies. We Senior Pink! Senior Pink who's got all the fangirls and he's so hard-boiled. And I liked his backstory. And even Frankie respected him at the end. Mm-hmm. You know that they also use hard-boiled, like the term hard-boiled in Sakamoto Days? Yeah, I know. Apparently, all the hockey guys all have, like... They probably have not a single real teeth. Yeah, Frankie calls him brother at the end. Yeah. Karakuri? Who's Karakuri? Oh, yeah! Karakuri was cool. But he was ugly once he removed his scarf thing. That's also a controversial opinion. The people in my Discord did not like me saying that. Listen, like, look. Like, he looks so cool like this. And then, he removed his scarf. Wait, can I have, like, a good photo? And he looked like this, bro! Actually get cancelled. Really? Oda originally wasn't going to out Senior's Pink backstory, but I think because his editor cried, he put it in. It was such a good backstory. Frankie and Senior Pink end up being friends, becoming dream buddies. I love when they become friends with the enemies. Hi, Slashbang. Should show the moment he eats a donut. His head is big, bro. He needs, like, Invisalign. Look, he looks cool like that. And then remove the... I'm actually the problem. Like, legit, I'm the problem. He looks... I'm the reason why he hides his face. I'm discriminating him. I feel like he's for sure gonna have some screen time in the future. He was crazy strong too. And Luffy, like... Didn't he pass out and Luffy, like, hit his face? Oh yeah, that's him! Look! Come on! I thought he was gonna be sexy, and then he removed the scarf and looked like dad, bros. Yeah, and he respects Luffy too. There's no character that looked normal. I also really like Rima 66. I think it was pretty cool when they teamed up with the One Piece pirates too. I was like waiting for it. I love when like I love that trope where two factions are fighting, and then there's another bigger enemy that comes in, and they're like, "All right, let's team up to kick their ass." Sanji's sister is hot. Hell yeah! Look at her. She's pretty hot. Okay, let's continue my One Piece arc review. The Reverie was a good arc too because it answered a lot of our questions about the world government, the powerful people that works for them. Like it's been mysterious for now. Wano was obviously good because it was like ninjas and samurais and everybody loves that, even though their hairstyle are an absolute disaster. It was a really good arc. And I love their outfits. Wano was really long. I felt like I felt like it was stretching a little too long. Same with Cake Island. It was really fucking long. Like all of these arcs, I feel like they could trim down at least like 20 to 30% of them. Rivery was like, whoa, we've been waiting for this. Egghead, some of the best fights and animation so far. Dr. Vegapunk, I love like the sci-fi tech style with like the bright colors that they're using. Yeah, Egghead had a lot of lore. I feel like we're getting a lot of questions answered lately. But it took a long time to get there, you know? Like, this is what? It's 1,086 episodes. Yeah, absolutely. I think my biggest shock was when I read bits of the mangas after watching like the episode. I think I was on a plane to Japan. There was this one panel, like, you know how the character thinks about like a flashback of what they did that day, and it's like that one panel is divided with 5 flashbacks, and you read that, like you scan that page in like a few seconds. Then I watched that episode in the anime, and I kid you not, every single bits of that one page was like 5 minutes long in the episode. I was like, yo, they are milking us. Like the Davy bag game in the manga was only a few rounds, and the anime Towa kept stretching it, and with rematch after rematch after rematch. Oh, the Davy bag game, that was like the game Luffy agreed to play and put his crewmates on the line. I actually really liked that game. I thought it was so funny. I feel like the live action cuts down a lot of the pacing issue, but the live action, every time somebody uses a devil's fruit power, it kind of takes you out. And a lot of the funny moments, like Sanji being a simp or Usopp exaggerated bits, you can't really reproduce that with real life actors. It would just look stupid. Oh, it's gonna be done by the studio that made Attack on Titan? Woke. The live action was good. It was actually good. You should give it a try. You might be surprised. The very first minutes you're gonna cringe a little. It's gonna be mega whiplash, but after that you're like, okay, this is actually pretty good. Yeah, they do need better CG, but it's hard to get better CG for TV shows. Like, every episode in the One Piece live action costs like a few $1,000,000. Like, how much? Okay. How much budget do they have for One Piece live action season 2? I feel like I looked it up and it was... Yeah, it's $2 million. So it's about $20 million per episode. Sorry, $200 million. So yeah, $20 million per episode. Chopper look, he looks a little skinny. I don't know if I like Chopper's look that much. He looks like Pikachu in that like Pokemon live action. I feel like they put all of their money into that boat that they built for One Piece. Some of the costumes are really well made, but for example, Garp. Like, okay, so a big part of like One Piece costumes is having those mega large coats that are like really imposing, right? Especially on the admirals. Like, for example, this, or like even Robin, I think, had one. And my only issue with the costume is that sometimes like they felt very cosplay-ish. Like they felt a little bit cheap. Yeah, he's like very small compared to the anime. He's not imposing. Like he's supposed to have like this big voice. Like the casting is fine, but they could have made him look like bigger. Or like even his cape. Like I don't like how the seams here are like you can see them. Like it feels like very like it looks like he's wearing a cosplay cape. There ain't no person that big IRL. Well, it's cinema. They can easily fake it. I mean, how did they make hobbits? Oda went there while filming for season 1 and 2. Yeah, Oda like was really involved. Yeah, Lord of the Ring is fake too, but okay, from me, okay, if I'm comparing it to, for example, House of Dragon season 2. By the way, does anybody watch House of Dragon? House of Dragon season 3 budget. Okay, like yeah. House of Dragon has the same amount of money for each episode, $20 million per episode, and House of Dragon, like, everything looks like mega quality. Nobody watched Game of House of Dragon. You guys suck. Dude, episode 1 of season 3 was fucking hype. It was mega hype. You guys are missing out. And some of the costume they actually nailed, and in some of the other costumes, I'm like, I feel like you guys ran out of money. And I don't understand on what. Yeah, different allocations of funds. I think they probably just spent a lot on the sets. I don't know. How much do actors take from that amount? But I feel like it's all new faces in One Piece mostly. I mean, there's some actors that are kind of recognizable, but none of them is like a A-tier Hollywood actor. Their salary can't be that high. Rima, why are you not 8 foot and built like a fucking fish by goods? Okay, no, but that's the point I was doing about House of Dragon. In House of Dragon, they have like several people that are meant to be really imposing. Or in Game of Thrones, for example, they had that Brienne of Tarth girl. And she's supposed to be like this giant woman. And like she looked imposing. It's cinema. You don't have to be an actual giant to play a giant. And in House of Dragon, they have another one that actually really reminds me. She's kind of like female Torkel from Vinland Saga. What's her name? Holdar, I think. No. What's fuck? Female Viking, maybe? Oh yeah, her name is Lohar. She actually looks like a giant too. But like usually they put them on like apple boxes. Like, see, they don't show their feet, or they'll get like people that are shorter than her to make her look taller. Yeah, Mountain was big and imposing looking too. I wish Rima was a giantess. Isn't that a trans actress? Wait, for real? Wait, let me see. Is Lohar trans? Wait, it is! I don't know. Okay, this is... I don't know. Was the original character supposed to be a man? Yeah, apple crates. And sometimes make them stand on apple crates so they look taller. That would explain the height, but I think the casting is like really good for that character. See, I don't mind changes like that if they work. Also, you did watch the season 3 first episode. Okay, is Lohar canonically a man in the lore? Lohar is canonically a man, yeah. However, in House of Dragon television series, the character was reimagined as a woman. In the show's lore, she's a female pirate commandeer who has multiple wives. She adopts such a fiercely masculine leadership role that her male crew in society refer to her as he, him pronouns. Okay. I guess one of the things that I'll tell you what I felt like what was forced in House of Dragon. The kiss between Rhaenyra and like her servant woman, that was random as fuck. And also, they even said afterward that it was improvised during filming. That made no sense. Like, that didn't advance the story at all. Her being casted as a that character is actually interesting, Lohar. And she's like smart in the show, she's like one of the antagonists. And she's actually like fearsome. She's kind of badass enough for a crew of men to follow her. And it kind of works that she's a female because like they are like she's like a ship admiral, and Vikings often had like female warriors. So I felt like that change kind of worked. And she's also like very imposing looking. Rima, do you ever plan on making follow-up vids on Hololive VTubers you've made vids on? Follow-up, maybe not, but remakes, yeah. Like for example, I'm doing a follow-up video on my Gargura video. My next video is going to be about Tamiko Saba. I'm also planning a video on Tokino Sora. That's a Hololive VTuber. I'm thinking in terms of remake, I'm thinking of making a remake eventually on my Picora video. So I'm probably gonna make new videos on Hololive Girls, but maybe not necessarily follow-ups. Who's your favorite admiral? I don't know, because the good fights, like interesting fights in writing and media is when both the protagonist and their opponents are like evenly matched. For example, Light Yagami and what the fuck? I can't remember his name right now. I was gonna call him W. And L? Why are they both called L though? I just realized they're both of their names start with L. Like Light Yagami and L is smart because you're like, oh, one guy is really smart, and then you expect like the bad guy to be a little bit less smart because he's supposed to have this powerful tool, but no, he's clever too, and he's thinking ahead, and the other person strikes back. And I feel like between Lohar and the Sea Snake, it's kind of like that. So it's close. World Trigger does something very interesting where the power scaling is very obvious, but weaklings get wins by being smart. I like that too. Oh, sorry, you meant Admiral in One Piece? Okay, my favorite Admiral in One Piece is... Oh, I love the blind guy. Okay, let's go back to One Piece, because nobody cares about Game of Thrones here. Admiral in One Piece. I hate this guy, the fire guy. I mean, I like this guy because he has a pigeon. My favorite is the blind dude. No, I haven't seen Black Clover. Yeah, Fujitora. But Fujitora's getting fired, I think. I don't know. He's in trouble right now. Yeah, Fujitora is so fucking cool. I mean, you know that if somebody's blind in an anime, he's gonna be, like, super powerful. I hate Akainu. I hate him so fucking much. Like I said, I'm starting to like Borsalino, especially since he kind of looks like a mafia mob. I like his look. And he's like friends with... He shows a more human side in the most recent arcs. I can't remember exactly why, but he's like friends with somebody that we're supposed to root for. Yeah, he dresses like Yakuza 0. So I started liking him more after that. As for Fujitora, I mean, I like him for obvious reasons. I hate the magma guy. Obviously, he's the one that, spoilers, but he did something very bad. Kuzan, like Aokiji, I don't really. I think that there's something more to learn about this character. There's still so much mystery around him. Oh yeah. He's friends with Vegapunk, the Borsalino. I thought Aokiji would turn and become one of the good guys, but so far he hasn't like done anything. It's like a stalled plotline that they're saving for later, I think. Yeah, this person that Oda drew inspiration while making him was in a low-key of Yakuza and crime movies. Oh. He's a double agent? I don't really remember the last developments about Aokiji. Didn't he become like emo or some shit? Yeah, and he beat up Garp. I think that's why I liked him less. I don't really remember where I left off or where this character's arc left off, I'm not gonna lie. I just know that the first time we met him, he was like this incredible, like powerful beast. And during when they were trying to rescue Ace in the big war, he was like super annoying to deal with as well. Bye bye Slash Bang. Yeah, he's doing it for the reason. The last thing he did was catch Garp. Yeah, it's like, is this just anime chat stream? I mean, we've finished all the VTuber Hololive stuff earlier, so now we're just like chatting. There's this new admiral, like the tree guy. Who was like almost cool, but then he became not that cool. He reminds me of like Hell's Paradise. Like he almost had a cool look, but then he turned into a tree and stuff, and then that wasn't sexy at all. Yeah, the Holo News, we already did those. Sorry, King Gray. Yeah, you can rewind in the stream to watch them if you are on the YouTube side. Yeah, he sucks. Yeah, Lava Guy is absolute justice. He's like very strict. He's also a douche and kind of racist and classist. He's got no redeeming quality. I hope they bring back the blind guy. Because we haven't seen him ever since he got like... He got benched. He really got benched. What's my favorite anime OP? Right now I love listening to the JJK like ISO song. But I also really like the Chainsaw OP, and I listen to the JoJo OPs really frequently. You didn't seem to listen to orders? Yeah, because the blind guy is doing what he believes is right, okay? He's the only one with honor. Call of the Night? I don't know this one. Yeah, I do like shonens. Everybody in my chat just like slice of life stuff. People say he hates Kobe because Kobe fucked his daughter. No, there's no way, dude. Right doesn't mean justice. Yeah, well, I don't like the new like lead admiral. I don't like Sakazuki. Sengoku should have stayed the leader. What's wrong with slice of life? Well, Kaguya-sama's good. I started watching Witch Hat Atelier. That's good. I love the art. It's not a girl show. Everybody says it's good. Also, there's a lot of Yuri in it. Look, she's so cute. And he's hot. Yeah, people told me I should watch like Quinfrey's ENVA. They said like for once the English dub is good, but I was like, there's no way I can watch anime in English. That's so weird to me. Music's good too. Quinfrey's the OG Gojo? Nah, dude. Gojo's way cooler. I'll add that Quinfrey's such a lame name, though. Like, they gave him the nerdiest name ever. It's very unfortunate. Yes, everybody. Yeah, Joshua Waters is such a wonderful, talented VA. Everybody says that. Gojo is a fraud, by the way. When they slander your code, but they're low-key right. Where's the weird sussy camera angles most animes have? You gotta watch Fairy Tail for that. Hey, what's up, Sarah? Are you done with your training? Yeah, it's true. It gives me Freerun vibes. Dungeon Meshi, are they all like the same kind of animation? Oh, it's lunchtime. The rage bait is strong today, yeah. What other animes that I watched recently? Well, I'm just trying to catch up to Vinland Saga. Like, I'm reading the manga. Sakamoto Days, I think that's one of the best shonen I ever read. I can't believe Howling God said he couldn't get past chapter 100 in Sakamoto Day. What is wrong with you? It only gets better as it goes. The fuck? How? Just how? It's not appealing to you? Like, I don't get it. What part? What part did you leave off at? Exactly. I picked up after season 1 ended. Marriage Toxin? I don't know that one. What's CGDCT? Like, this is like... Look at the art, man! The art is so good! It's so good! Part 6 is underrated? Oh, cute girls doing cute things. Right. Well, then you would like Witch Hat Atelier, because it's cute girls doing cute things. After beating Yostumura? Who Yostumura? I don't even remember him. Oh, that... What?! When Mr. Shishiba was beating him... Wait! That was a good fight! What? Wait, you got pretty far. I like this character. I like how original their settings are. They put a lot of thoughts in their settings. They have like really cool double spreads. Like there's like it's a bunch of fights. And fights sometimes can get like boring, even in shonens, but like their fights are never, you never get bored in it. They don't stretch them out too long. Some of them happen off screen. Like there's a fight that happens where they just start like fighting in one of these photo booths, like in Japan, that make you cute. What do they call these? There's like a specific name for it. It's so funny. And then like they take photos. they cutify them as they're fighting. And there's another fight that happens in like a theater, and they have like their shadows silhouetted like on the wall. I think that's beautiful. So Rico, that one is yes, Purikura. That's exactly it. They fight in a Purikura photo booth. Or they have like really interesting angles. Like they're fighting in a museum and you get the POV from like the display. Or like a fridge door opens, you get a POV from inside the fridge door. So they're very creative with their settings and the angles that they use for the drawings. They love like dynamic. The mangaka loves like dynamic angles. I feel like I'm yapping so much about anime right now. Oh my god. Anyway. I'm gonna stop here. So I have time to do a jog before it gets too late. Because I haven't had time to go outside today at all. And it's sort of a holiday, so. I am a yapper. Yeah, I hope thanks everybody for watching. I love you guys. And if you want to talk more about anime and manga, make sure to join my Discord, discord.gg/Rima. We have a channel just for it. And I actually asked everybody what they were into lately. Because I want to start a new series soon. And I'm going to make a vote for the next anime watch along on Patreon and then on Discord probably. I love you guys. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.